Three.
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 Soda, why don't you introduce us?
What?
Oh shit, we are
Yo,
recording.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Clodcast. PRs. We're doing Clodsire this week or today or whatever. There's my intro. Good
I'm
luck.
getting there.
Jesus.
I'm getting a beer.
Get
That was so bad. That was so bad. I'm getting alcohol.
Bro, because we didn't rehearse it. No one told me.
We don't rehearse.
You got to
here.
perform under pressure. What would the goth girls say?
Yo.
Yo.
I would run it back if the goth girls were involved.
Anyway, welcome to the
Please.
Clodcast. We are here to do Clodcire PRs, as Soda already mentioned. I'm Ben. I'm here with Emilio.
Hi.
Soda Mario, who is our dear guest today and has introduced the episode.
Hello.
I'm here with Roy as well, who I think is here, or just got a beer. I don't know.
I just got a beer. Yeah, I just got a beer. I'm here to glaze lower tiers and hype them up.
And one of the OGs is here as well, after a long time. It's Aaron.
Roy's here to waste our fucking time. That's what he's here to do.
Yes. So anyway,
Okay.
we're doing the...
When you say it like that, it sounds mean.
These are the last PRs of this season. We have already finished
Allegedly.
Whoop and Quack, so we're gonna go with Claw right now. As you can see, there's some jacked people
Some
here.
interesting-
Some people who
some
should
interesting-
not have boobs have boobs. Yeah,
And
Listen, if Emily wants to get boob job, they can get a boob job.
thank you, Roy.
anyway,
I'm a supportive
What is
father.
Gojo doing here?
yeah. What is Gojo?
We needed. I was like, bro, we need a picture of Taco.
So like
and then
you've
Roy
gotten
was just like,
extremely political in the top left and right, and then all of a sudden there's just Gojo.
There's Gojo in a toilet. There's Emilio with boobs.
How
Aaron
does that
who's jacked,
represent-
and Juber.
you're just being Juber.
Anyways, let's get into the team number 18. It's
Last
Nate.
place.
I love you, Nate.
Nate,
Sorry, I don't
my
like this
favorite.
team.
Before we
Nate,
get
unless
into
they're my
the PRs, I've explained in every PR video, we power rank teams on how good they are on paper, and we choose 4 statistics for that. First of all, essential roles. Do they have essential typings filled out? Do they have rockers, spinners, and how good are their speed tiers? Then we have breaking power, how it's self-explanatory. Support is also pretty self-explanatory. And then problem solving. Problem solving is how versatile the team is, how many different sets demands on the team can run. Without
Precisely.
And for the Clodsire one specifically, since the org takes over one of the PRs every season, it has a freak meter.
Yes, sir.
Is that the
freak
highest
meter-
rating possible?
No.
No.
We have someone has a freak zillion.
Yeah, and somebody has something Aaron as their freak meter.
Here's
Amelia,
the thing.
what's the
I
freak
wanted to
meter
keep
rank
I
from?
wanted to keep the freak meter in numbers, but like I did half the PRs and I had to go. I was busy, so Ben and Roy had to finish it, and then they just got rid of the numbers in general. So some of them have numbers, some of them don't. Some of them just say like some of them are just entire quotes. So like
It's just pure vibes,
Don't take
honestly,
a
when it
freak-
comes to the freak
it's
meter.
It's just
It's
vibes.
just pure vibes. It's just
Yeah,
vibes.
we're just
so you know
vibes.
what? The freak meter, just know it's just the most important stat, the most important one you should be looking at here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's get into it. Emilio, why don't you start us off with essential roles on this team?
I would love to. Now, essential rules. When we talk about essential typings, when you got a bulky essential typings would include shit like ground type, fairy type, steel type, grounded poison maybe, freaking ghost type, normal type, fire, whatever. And
No, you're right. You're
for the
right. You're good.
thing I'm not saying like confidence, but okay. Anyways, it's looking pretty good so far. Like for the most part, like on paper, and then you kind of get into it a little interesting. I kind of wish we had the other point of view we had in the other ones, where we had the actual chart, so it's a little easier to digest.
There's no grounded poison unless steel types copper archer.
I was gonna get to that. I'm just saying, in general.
Oh,
for the rest of
okay.
the PRs. God. Anyways, yeah. I think the biggest thing to me is your steel type's Caparaja. Granted, I think Nate even said this in the chat. Their steel type got sniped like 1,000,000 times, and so they had to settle for Caparaja. But
Okay,
there's a
that makes more
Caparaja.
sense.
Also, not to mention, one Terra Captain, and it's Sceptile. And don't get me wrong. I think Sceptile's pretty cool. and maybe slept on, unburden sweeper, whatever with Feeny, but like one Terra Captain.
Yeah, I just like having only one Terra Captain. Like, if you made Iron Jugglers Terra Captain as well, I think this team gets a lot better.
Yeah,
Sure.
like there's some
So-
obvious flaws in this team. Like some things that don't matter as much. You don't have a grounded poison type, but you have Tapu Fini's terrain, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And your steel type is Copperaja.
Very much so. And then when we get to hazards and removal, you have the best spinner in the game, which is really good, right? You have Terrapagos, then you have a backup spinner and Donphan. The defog is a little. Is it just Feeny? Hey, granted, they also have
Terrapagos
won't-
and Donphan
okay.
spin.
I feel like removal's
Yeah.
not something that should be critiqued here. He has 2 really good spinners, and he has a court change mon. So even with the lack of hazards he'll set, he'll never have to worry about it. Like if it's played right, because top 5s come in every game, and then it's like
I'm
Dawn
just
Banner
speaking
top.
on.
But
I'm speaking straightly on the essential. I was just bringing it up to what's an essential role.
I think it
bringing
depends
to
on the
hazards
team,
and
though.
Although, if I remember correctly, this team doesn't have a spikes or a toxic spike setter. Is that correct?
yeah, that's a bigger issue.
That
than
is
defog, I think.
correct. Yes.
That is correct.
Yes,
I have
that's a pretty big deal.
I have the team open on another sheet, and something to mention about the speed tiers. We have 120 with Sceptile, 119 Cinderace, 110 Mega Glade, 108 Iron Jugulis, and then we have a drop off to 85. With Feeny, Terrapagos, then 75 Raging Bolt, then 50 Donphan, and Copperaja at 30. So there's speed gaps between 108 and 85. And then again 75.
Probably
to
like one of the
50.
worst ones you can have too.
Yeah, like you want a 100 speed mon and you want a 90 to 95 mon.
Because it seems gonna get outbulked a lot, and that's kind of important, especially when you look at like the breakers that they have. Having extra bulk into a team like this is gonna be really important. So that missing that speed tier is pretty bad.
Any good like 90 speed mon will just run like max offense and then max HP. It's interesting, to say the least. It'll be hard to make work.
To be fair, Nate knows how to make teams with like weird speed gaps work because, for example, in P2, where I just played him, he
I
had a
have
speed
him.
gap from 119 to 87. Nothing above 119 and nothing in between 119 and 87.
And he did make playoffs, which me and Aaron didn't do. So
So Nate
I will
can
say
probably
though,
make
even
them
though this
work,
is like
but on paper it's pretty bad.
I will say this though, I think even though this is the lowest rated team, I would be like, there's no world where he doesn't get wins with this team. I think just the top 6
He's great, so.
or top 5 being as strong as they are, like he's gonna get wins one way or another. It's just the quality of the other teams just kind of put it at the bottom spot.
Yeah.
he also has some good breaking power as well, which we'll get to now, Emilio.
There's a Mega Glade, which is like one of the best physical breakers ever. Terrapagos with setup is actually really good, even if you just called. Even without setup, this Terra Starstorms just hurt. Like that 120 stab hurts. Bandit Cinderace, crazy. Raging Bolt hurts. Even Donphan hurts. Sceptile with Terra, that'll hurt. Like,
we have Iron Jugulis
breaks.
as well, which can go booster. Even Copperaja has 130 attack stat and Sheer Force, so
Sheer Force, yeah, Sheer Force.
or Heavy
yeah,
Metal
so-
if you want to run Heavy Slam.
Does it even need Heavy Slam to be powerful? I don't think it even changes the base power. It's kind of useless.
I
I
don't
think so too. Unless you're fighting something super heavy.
Yeah, unless you're fighting
Yeah.
something super heavy, but generally, like a lot of them, like almost every mon on this team hits hard except like Feeny. Sceptile, to be fair, needs a little
Feeny
bit of
still hits
setup.
hard.
And even then, Feeny can like calm minded.
Water Fairy's a great coverage typing.
Yeah, so the
power is very good.
Breaking power is pretty good. Like the only complaint is maybe maybe you're kind of relying specially on Iron Jugulis and the Raging Bolt because Terrapagos, although good, like setup.
It really does need sap sometimes. Or specs to really do damage.
Yeah, and the
I
big
think
complaint is like you only have one Terra Captain, which Sceptile's an underrated Terra Captain, but without a second offensive Terra Captain or defensive Terra Captain, your stats are just gonna take a bump.
This is the thing. Like, I don't hate Terra Captain, but what I hate is there's no second one. If it was Sceptile Iron Jugglers, I think there's two very good Terra captains, but just Sceptile feels a bit underwhelming.
Exactly.
It's like not taking advantage of bringing your team to the highest potential it could be.
Then we get into
That was very eloquent.
a support move, which Fini supports his team a lot by giving it terrain, and some
So
there's some
train support.
there's a lot of knockoff
Some-
mons on this team and a lot of Tom Pokemon, but screens are reliant on Fini, I think. If I remember that correctly.
Yeah, I think it's just Finny screens. Nothing else gets dual screens.
Gallade maybe, but Gallade won't run them effectively.
There's no wish passers there.
Yeah. Momentum is also
Long story short, it's essentially just Fini.
Momentum support is kind of meager because although you have U-turn on Jugulis and Cinderace, and then you have Volt Switch on Raging Bolt, and then you have Teleport on Gallade technically.
Oh please.
So it's not a lot, and also
Technically.
Hazard support is not that good because you only have 3 Rock Setters. You don't have a Spiker or a T-Spiker.
I mean, I guess the idea is with the court change, right?
Yeah.
So.
And then we have last
looking
of all
at
problem solving with how many different sets can the Pokemon run. One thing I want to mention is Terra Sceptile. With Terra Sceptile can run a lot of different sets like Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, even special sets work very well now that it has better coverage. Cinderace is versatile. Gallade has its 4 sets it's viably running. Jugulis is doing similar things mostly every week. Fini is pretty versatile. Terapagos is very versatile. Raging Bolt is Raging Bolt. Will do the same things over and over again. It just depends on how you want it to run it. AV, booster, specs.
Yeah, there's some versatility on here. It's not overwhelming, but it's there. They're definitely options.
Yeah. But
So,
and Emilio, please explain the Freak Meter on this team.
Brother, there's a Tapu Fini and there's a Cinderace. Not to mention the long neck Raging Bolt. I had to give it a 9.
Get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here.
There's a Raging Bolt, bro. And there's
There's
a
an
Cinderace. Did I
elephant.
mention
There's an
Cinderace?
elephant.
You have a Raging Bolt.
You damn right. Oh, Caparaja
Actually,
knows?
2 elephants.
Come on. Caparaja knows. Oh my god. Seems freaky as hell. I must say. I commend you on the freak.
What we're learning is Emilio's a furry, not soda.
Dude, there's a turtle on the team too. This guy's like actually.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Crack. This
Seems
guy's
freaky
on
as hell.
massive crack.
You're just glazing over the Cinderace. It's like you don't even see it.
No.
Terapagos can transform too. Like you can get freaky
Oh,
with
that's
that.
freaky as hell. Oh, Galade's just a person too, by the way.
The hard shell
Yeah,
carnival
Galade's
ride.
mad.
Yeah, that's really getting my imagination going.
Yeah, but that is
He's
Nate's
freaking
team, number 18. Also, one thing I want to mention here. Most teams are better than we rank them just because we rank teams only on how good they are on paper, technically.
This is the best Wooper team, by the way.
Anyway, let's get to number
Not
17.
true. That's actually not true this time.
It definitely is. This definitely beats Pate's team.
Pago Neeson.
Oh, the Pate was not the right one. Pate was not the best Wooper team anyway, so
Pate's one of the best.
that is fair. Yes, but it's not the best.
Oh
It
my
beats
god,
Pate
look at all the
team.
cute doggies. Look at all the cute doggies.
You really didn't have any memes, did you?
No, there was no meme, but they posted a lot of pictures of their dogs, so.
Hey, their dog's cute.
Cutie patootie.
Their dog is cute as fuck.
But let's get into essential rules. We have a normal type, we have a dark type, a ghost type, a steel type, a fairy, a flying type, a grounded poison. We have a water type, electric type. Most typings are filled out.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Hazard's kind of carried by Clod.
The
that their
hazards are
easy-
literally clods. They're
Yeah,
literally
it's
clods.
Oh yeah, just Clod. So it's gonna put Clod's gonna be coming a lot, and those move slots like sometimes like Clod just wants to run like Haze, Toxic, Recover, Earthquake, Gunk. Like sometimes you just might not slot it.
I mean, Clodsire's very good hazard setter, but I think you
He's
don't want
very
anyone to be the one hazard setter on your team. Like, having one is a bad idea.
Yeah.
One of the best you
and
could get.
Also, they have no defog and they've got one remover.
Yeah, they
which
get
is
one remover,
Cyclozar.
which is Cyclozar, which is already very bad. Your only hazard mon is
Does he name back a
Clodsire.
defog?
Enam does
Does
not
Enam
get
not get
defog. And this team
Nope,
is very,
doesn't.
very weak to ground type. And considering Enam is one of
The other ones get defogged, so it's like, damn.
Enam is one of your Terra captains, so it might lose its immunity. And then you only have
They're
Levitate
very
Crest.
weak. Yeah, oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong team. So I was looking at the next team. I was about to say they're weak to water. I'm like, oh wait, hang on, wrong team.
Like the typings are filled up pretty well. Like you could have maybe like one grass type would have been cool to just not be as weak to ground, and like one or two more hazard setters and definitely 2 more removers. Speed tiers we have 135, 121, 100, 85, 65, 60, 46, 45, 20. So we have gaps between 121 and 100 and 180 to 85 and 85 to 65. So these are like the important speed tiers to mention, which you could fill out. 110 especially is like a good a speed tier you would want to fill out pretty well.
Although I think it is important to mention though, I do think this team can viably run like Trick Room pretty consistently, and then with Crescent, Enam, and even Aegislash to an extent.
Even Belly Bolt.
that's a cool
Belly
step,
Bolt still
mate.
has 103 special attack.
The abuse
Belly Bolt with Terror is underrated. It was actually a menace.
Everybody
last season.
talks about it, Roy. It's not underrated.
It's not underrated anymore.
Everyone
Every
knows.
day I hear its name.
It used to be underrated, and last season someone I can't remember who had it, but it was a fucking menace whoever had it.
It
last
was
season.
underrated in the first month of the game's release.
We all know who had it last season, bro. We all know who had it last season.
I don't. Could you tell me?
Next
Wait,
Spike.
it was Spike, right?
Everyone say
Yeah.
thank you, Spike.
Spike.
Everyone say thank you, Spike.
Thank you,
Spike.
Spike.
Thank you, Spike. Thank you, Spike.
Is it bad that I think this team's worse than the 18th one? Like, unironically, I feel like it has a much harder time with hazards than the last one does.
On paper,
every
no,
observational
but
game, it will have a struggle.
on paper,
it's just
no.
a 1
but,
point
like,
difference. Like
yes.
And also, like, these are just rankings on paper. Like, for example, I like Jfuka's team and Quagsire more than I like the number 1 team.
It's not even about on paper. Like this person, one of their core
It's just
mons-
worse.
It's we're talking about like the struggle with hazards. The other team, despite like the talk about it, this team is infinitely worse. One of its main Pokemon doesn't have the access to boots in Lopunny. And does Chiyu really want to run boots every week? I mean,
It might have to.
like operating on a week-to-week basis in Clodsire, people are just going to set hazards on you.
Yeah.
And there's really like you're going to have to bring Cyclozar if you want to not get fucking stalled out.
Exactly. But like this
So I
is
feel like this
And Hikes
operates
not
week
good
to
up-
week worse than the other
To
team.
be fair though, there are parts of this team that are better than the previous team. I think the Terra captains are better,
Sure.
hazards are better.
Support's better as well.
Yeah.
Sure, but I still think on a week-to-week basis, it's going to be harder to deal with 18 than 17.
Yeah, but we're blabbering on here. Let's get to breaking power.
Aaron.
Physically, we have Megalob and
They kid.
Enamorous
Megalop.
and Aegislash.
And that's pushing it.
Enamorous
I would
is
say
a
that's
push,
pushing it because it
but Aegislash
because it's not what
Megalob
Contra.
are good. Cyclozar with setup is also good physically, but it needs setup. And especially we have Chiyu, Enamorous Therian, Bellybolt, and Vaporeon.
All you need is Chiyu. You'll be fine.
Plus Aegislash.
The breaking
as well.
power of this team is definitely the highlight for sure.
Yeah. Like, especially like...
and even then it's
Yeah, especially like Enamorous as a Terra Captain breaks very well because the only thing Enamorous is missing is coverage, and you give it coverage that way.
Well, even Baselanders or Base Enamorous still gets Moonblast Earth Power, which that on the like alone is pretty strong. But then with Terra, it also gets so many more options. So
Yeah, exactly.
and
Yeah,
Flying Stab is still
The only
Terra
big
gives it
complaint
Terra
about
Flying
the
as
breaking
well.
power is you don't have a good physical attacker outside of Lopunny Aegislash. Like
Yeah.
Cyclozar, you need to
Aegislash
have
cool.
a shift gear up to be threatening it in any way.
and then
It's
below
like-
that it's like Chiyu, which has like 2 physical moves. I think it has Bite and Flame Charge.
Yeah.
Chiyu's
that's
never
about
running
it.
physical. There,
He's
in
never
no
running
universe is
physical.
Chiyu running.
Yeah, Roy's
Flame Charge
bladder
is
not
literally
much.
the only physical move I'll ever run.
By the way, I'm looking at the doc. I've just learned. I'm today years old when I learned it gets both reflect and light screen. I did not know that.
Chiyu?
Yeah, it gets both reflect
that
and light
from
screen. I
last
just
season.
fucking learned that.
You've
Yeah,
never
that mod's
used
goated.
light screen Chiyu?
Never used it.
What?
I've
Yeah.
never used Shiyu before this season, so I
Let's
learned something new.
Let's get into support though. Support-wise, we have a very good support mon on Vaporeon. Crest supports this team very well, especially with Trick Room. And we have some new support moves like Heal Bell or Encore Megalopony. And apparently screens Chiyu.
Yeah, that's the thing. Bellabol and Crest are more serious setters, though.
Then we have momentum support. We have Cyclozar, Lopunny, Vaporeon, and Bellybolt who can get momentum. And Hazards is only Clodsire.
Hey Roy, tell us about a Jetpack Chiyu and how it.
Oh, They have a jetpack Chiyu, a jetpack Cyclosar, a jetpack Aegislash as well for pivoting.
Anyway,
Anyway.
support
That
is,
was Emilio say to say it, not me.
support is
Look,
pretty
if you
good.
run all three in the same week, I'll give you a custom roll.
Support is pretty good. You're missing a few things. You only have one knockoff mon, which sucks hard. And you only have 2 taunt mons.
Is it just like?
Psych and Chiyu with taunt.
Yes.
And knock is only psych.
Knock off.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Bro,
Oh yeah,
this team,
Chiyu-
man.
Does
this
hang on? Oh yeah, Chiyu gets taunt. I didn't actually know Chiyu gets taunt. Oh fuck, they have one knockoff mon. Fucking hell.
I ran
Where-
Trispec's taunt last season.
I can't imagine building with this team. Oh boy.
It's a little.
I beat this. I fought this week 1, and fun fact, he did not bring screens Chiyu. He brought screens Cresselia. Go here.
And then we have.
Honestly,
Pro-
probably the right rule.
We've already hit the timer like
Oh,
2 minutes ago, boys. So off to problem
Yeah.
solving.
We have a timer?
Yes.
Oh, Emilio.
So we don't
that
have
was-
a
that was-
3-hour
that was- oh,
video.
by the way.
We take about 5 to 7 minutes per team.
Cowards.
The Whooper video was a fucking marathon. You have to. Anyways,
you should
had-
have been there.
You had to be there, man.
Anyway, problem solving. Emilio, go through it.
problem solving. Mega Lopunny, when it comes to versatility, I mean, it's just gonna come offensive. Like, it's not too versatile. Chiyu as well is just gonna fucking punch things, whatever. For Aegislash, fairly versatile. One of the better problem solvers on this team. Inam, kind of.
I guess it has defensive
role.
Inam can fill defensive roles with Terra here.
Yeah, it can. As
Yeah.
a Terra Captain, I could agree with that. Cyclozar can set up. It could just be, since it's utility, it's most likely just going to be filled with, knockoff pivot and taunt and, being like one of the supporters.
It is
Vaporeon's going to mostly come just defensive. And then, Cresselia has really good defensive options. They could also, be really annoying with, it could be
Sounds
Mm.
sweet.
with screens. Yeah, and then it could, Calm Mind if you want to, even though I think Cresselia's kind of fake, but depending on the person.
And for freak meter, we have
First
copy
of all-
pasta.
I don't know why.
Vaporeon.
Because that's where the meme for Vaporeon came from.
Oh, shit. Hey, that's pretty fun. Alright, but
Thank you.
yeah, that was number 17.
But that was Pagonison's team, number 17. And off we go to number 18, who's Luster. And yes, I used the same picture for Nate and Luster because they both fucking adore Absol way too much.
And it wasn't because they basically sucked with making memes until the last minute. Emilio and GB.
Definitely not.
No, never. Anyways.
Not Soda, by the way. Soda helped last minute. Thank you, Soda, for helping.
Yeah, what can I say, guys? What can I say?
Why are we glazing?
Anyways,
Because
Ben-
Soda's a VGC god.
Girls.
Hold
Girls.
on. No. Hold on. Can I? Because I have a question. What's the lore behind the Nate and Luster kissing? thing?
They both Nate and Luster love Absol way too much. They, both of them, I think both of their favorite Pokemon is Absol. It used to be mine too, but I was not that much into Absol as these guys were. And now my favorite Pokemons are Kingambit and Annihilape, so.
Basically, they wanted Absol both for their Pick'ems emojis. So, If you're listening, by the way, guys, if you want an emoji for pickup, just tell me and I'll make it your emoji. Like, but yeah,
Anyways, Ben,
doesn't matter.
essential rules. Do the thing.
Yeah. So, essential rules. We have no fire, no electric, no grass type, no grounded poison, no ghost type, no ghost type with a huge fighting weakness to mention, and you only have one resist to fairy, which is Excadrill, which will not take special moves as well as it wants to.
But Ben, they have a Silvally, which has to come Terra Fire, Terra Water, Terra Electric, Terra
The
Ghost.
Wally is the savior of this
get
team.
into that. Silvally is the glue to this team.
I wouldn't make a joke.
Silvally has to
Valley
do
carry.
pretty much everything, which kind of sucks because you don't have Terra Silvally here. Terra Silvally would have probably been even better, so you can swap your typing mid game even if you need to. There's a lot
They
of
have
types.
Terrasaura.
Yeah, there's a lot of types.
I was gonna
missing.
say, to be fair, their two Terra captains are better.
Well,
Yeah,
Zora,
Sylveon and Terrasaura is better.
One thing to mention as well, they only have one ground immunity or resist in Tornadus. So their team is weak to a lot of typing. They also only have one water resist in Keldeo.
They have one grass resist in Torn.
Yeah. It's like the defensive profile of this team is horrible.
They have
And that's
one
like kind of the
fairy
struggle
resist
you run into
Excadrill.
when you run sand, right?
This isn't even really sand.
This isn't even sand. He just
If he
has
had
like
his
a
like-
mini sand
Hippo,
core.
Well,
if
I
it was
guess
Hippo
so.
and Exca only, and then you remove the Zygarde and the T-Tar, it'd be fine.
Like low-key though, they have one resistive fairy. I think that's a big problem as well on this team, and it's Excadrill, which is not defensive.
I've mentioned that before, though.
I mean, you can run like AV. AV is common, but you don't want to have to run AV every single time they have like a strong fairy type, you know?
Which
You are going to need to bring Terra Poison to Valley at some point as well. Oh, they also have no grounded poison. I
they
think you
don't
ain't
have
mentioned
Terra
that, but yeah.
on Silvally, so they will have to run Poison Silvally or like something like Terra Steel Sylveon. Let's get into the speed tiers, though.
But they have Terrazorua.
We have 121 Torn, 115 Zygarde, 108 Keldeo, 100 Mew, 95 Silvally, Excadrill at 88, T-Tar Mega at 71, and then Sylveon at 60, Zoro at 65. So speed tiers are decent, pretty good. Like one Mon below 6 would probably be good just to avoid getting Trick Roomed on a lot. And then for hazard setting and removal hazard setters, we have T-Tar, Mew, and Excadrill for rocks, and Spikes is T-Tar as well. And Mew is the only toxic spiker on this team. Defog, we have Torn, Mew, Silvally, and Spin, we have Excadrill.
Honestly, like the hazards is fine. Like hazards and hazard control is fine.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but I think it's fine.
Wait, is Mew their only spiker?
Yeah.
No, T-Tar gets Spikes. Or was
Wait,
that
T-Tar gets
Leechomp?
spikes?
Or was
Are you
that only-
sure?
Am I confusing
doesn't.
it with Iron
I think
Thorns
that's
right
only
now?
Archon. Does Iron
You
Thorns
might
get
be.
spikes?
It does.
Iron Thorns does
Either
get
of them get
spikes.
spikes. Really?
No, Iron Thorns does get spikes for real.
Interesting.
It was part of the reason why I tried it, but yeah,
Yeah,
it does
Iron
get
Thorns
spikes.
get spikes,
I
T-Tar
will
does
say this.
not.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Mew's the only spiker is a little rough then, because like with Mew being as flexible as it is, it's kind of like low-key forced to be hazards probably most of the time. If like Stealth Rocks isn't very good into the matchup.
We'll get to it in like I think it can, but it depends how much you want spikes.
Yeah.
But if you're facing a team like, for example, that who only has a removal Cyclosar, then yeah, it probably is forced to be spikes.
Yeah, but let's get into breaking power. Physically, we have Torn, Zygarde, Excadrill, Mega T-Tar, and Mew, and technical Silvally as well, because multi-attack did get buffed. Especially, we have Torn, Keldeo, Mew, and Sylveon. It's pretty good.
Breaking
like-
power is pretty solid.
yeah,
Like Keldeo, Excadrill, like they're gonna be able to break through most teams. If anyone watched the week 1 match, Terra Sylveon literally just killed half the team because they just choice specs Terra Fairy. Like I don't think his breaking power is a big criticism of this team.
yeah.
No,
like
I think
to-
it's pretty damn good.
like
You
the-
get rid of Keldeo and it's like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like
Emilio, shut the fuck up.
Only complaint is
Probably
really
it's
that
another
three of your attackers want setup. But
Yeah,
that's
that is
fine.
a problem.
And then we get to support, which first of all, Mew and Sylveon are two very good support mons. The hard carry for support will be Silvally just because of how many roles it has to fill. And then T-Tar Sand support for Excadrill is also there. Like, this team has 3 knockoff mons, 5 taunt mons. We have Trick Room, we have Teleport, we have Heal Bells. Momentum support is great, we have enough momentum mons. Hazard support is only okay, though.
Yeah, like it's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Yeah. And then for problem
To be
solving,
fair,
we obviously
Buster
have
did want
Mew
it
in
to
there.
score as well.
Yeah, they have a Mew and a Silvally, which kind of helps it a lot.
Yeah. Outside of Mew,
Kinda
Val,
helps it, like-
Torn is pretty
Torn is-
versatile. Keldeo is not.
Fuck Keldeo.
Excadrill is not that
Listen.
versatile. T-Tar is pretty versatile. Sylveon is versatile, but not as much as the other mon. Zygarde isn't versatile, and then Zoro is Zoro.
Zoro is the
Freak meter. The reason for this was because Sora and Mew can both transform or disguise themselves. The shifter from the boys.
That's freaky as hell. Anyways, number 16. That was last
Yeah.
year.
Number 16, Lester. Off to number 15, Juber.
It's Pookie.
Juberson.
It's Pookie. You know, Soda, you do. You started off with this one.
He's our favorite
yeah.
short king.
So getting into the essential roles, he technically does fill out the course. He does have fire, water, grass. He does have, or wait, he does not have a dragon type, which is going to be a pretty big issue defensively, because that's going to make him dealing with fire, water, grass cores offensively pretty difficult. He does have a grounded poison in Muckalola. He does have an electric type, a ground type, things of that nature are all good. His hazards
It's rocks on
are
3
kind
mons.
of awkward.
It's rocks on 3 mons and nothing else.
Yeah.
So there's
Right.
rocks
And-
Monferno, which Monferno is a fake mon, and it's a fake fire and fighting type. Like, he's never bringing that seriously. And then we have Arrow
Well, I know
I
and
think these
Judy.
Shreds.
matchups.
Actually, to be fair, knowing Juby, there's every chance he brings Palip into 2 matchups and brings Monferno to 7. To be fair, but
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
Juby.
Actually, no. Roy's actually cooking. Was cooking.
Yeah, but
I think one of the problems is like Monferno's never getting brought as a rocker, and then Aerodactyl Mega you don't really want to run rocks on. You mainly want it offensively. So then you're kind of forced to run hazards on Shreds,
yeah,
but
which
that's
Shreds
kind of
is also
annoying because Shreds is such a flexible mon.
Yeah, Shreds is also your removal mon because it's the only spinner, and the 2 defoggers are Arrow and Decidueye. Arrow's never going to run defog. Decidueye can run defog.
They also have
No.
magic bounce. They also
The
have magic
situation's
bounce, but I don't think
That only
enough-
helps, though.
That's enough to
It's gonna
compensate.
be
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
not
keep
enough to
hazards off the
compensate.
entire
I would
game
say
with
this-
Magic Bounce.
Decidueye is a backup defogger, so I don't think it's not like a Mega Arrow, which Mega Arrow is never running defog, and if it is, what the fuck? But yeah, Decidueye is only a backup one.
Yeah, magic bounce helps obviously, but it's not going to keep hazards off the whole game.
It could be worse.
Yeah, speed tiers wise, we have 150, 115, 106, 190, 80, 170, 50, 42, 29. So the only speed tier that's kind of important you're missing is 60. But that's, you can play around the 60s.
I know I'm kind of like throwing us off the rails a little bit. I just noticed the top message where he's just screaming for help. That shit's so funny.
That's about his
Help.
addiction to.
Help
That's
me.
because he's addicted to crack cocaine. We do need to help him.
Or no,
No,
I
that's
think
a safe one.
if that's from yesterday, I'm pretty sure that's when he was in the lab. Which, for those who know, you know.
No, Minecraft. He was on Minecraft.
He was on Minecraft.
The reason why the essential roles are higher for Juby though is because he fills out typings very well, and he does not necessarily need a dragon type here because he actually does have his elemental weaknesses covered pretty well. His speed tiers are very
What's up,
good.
Webs?
And he has like webs as hazards as well. It's not higher because he's obviously missing
Yeah.
hazards and removal.
Yeah,
We get into breaking
I
power now,
think
though.
most of them. Well, actually, no, it's fine.
Physically, we have Mega
Breaking
Arrow.
power for this team is pretty strong.
We have Mega
He's got
Arrow,
Palafin.
Iron Treads, and Palafin. We also have Purep, Meloetta, Decidueye, and Muck physically. Especially, we have Hatterene, we have Decidueye again, Meloetta, Palafin again, and Raikou. It's very good.
Raikou, baby.
It's pretty good actually.
This
You've
is
even got like niche things like Choice Band Arachnoid and like Source Dance and Decidueye.
this is a team most people would not see Juby drafting because Juby likes more defensive teams. This is a lot more offensive though. For like
This is a very much
lot
an
more
I will say
offensive.
the only complaint I have about his offense, I don't know how you guys feel about like the Terra captains, but I typically prefer to have one physical, one special Terra captain. So he kind of has a
Agreed.
slight overlap with Raikou and Meloetta, both being like special breakers.
Well, technically,
But I mean, with just Palafin and Aerodactyl Mega on their own, like it kind of just covers it regardless.
yeah, but
Honestly,
it's
I
a
get
thing
your,
to
I get your
mention.
complaint because it's a valid one.
Pirouette Meloetta exists. That's why I think it's fair here. That's-
And I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I've run Pirouette Meloetta in 4 different matchups since drafting Meloette. If I've run
many
it that
did you
many
win?
times, Jupi will run it. 3 of them.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
Really?
it's actually good.
slight little
Did you win because of it,
story
or was
times.
it
Me and
just-
It was
Alright.
mixed. It was mixed. It got kills in each of the games.
Wait, small story time. I actually talked to Mr. Jubertson himself about this team, and he had a funny little complaint about his offense where sometimes he'll be in a matchup and have to transform 3 different Mons in Palafin, Aerodactyl Mega, and Meloetta.
yeah.
That is actually a fair point.
That's
Well,
kinda
Mega
funny.
Arrow's not really transformed. You're transforming it as soon as you get into the battle. But otherwise, yeah, he's not wrong.
No, megas are kind of a hindrance with how abundant hazards are. So I get what he means.
Let's get into support.
There's like a
Just
50%
turn one
chance
Mega
he just
Arrow.
doesn't make like there's a really high shot that endgame Palafin or like Meloetta or like Arrow won't be transformed, and that's kind of bad for him.
But let's get into the support. We have 4 knockoff mons, which can viably run knockoff, 4 taunt mons, which 3 will run viable knockoff, and the other one is Monferno. We have Field Bell on Meloetta,
Monferno
we
the goat.
have Screens, we have Hatterene Trick Room support if he wants that, for Araquanid and
Magic
Buck.
Bounce support.
Magic Pounds
Sticky
support.
Web support.
Momentum support is Palafin, Monferno, Meloetta, Raikou, Iron Treads, and Decidueye, so it's pretty good. Plus he has Baton Pass on Hatterene as well. Hazard support is ass.
Yeah. I will give his team one tiny bit of credit as well. He does have Healing Wish Hatterin, which is a legit set on it. So that could help in endgame sweeps.
Yeah, but the big complaint about support is that this team would appreciate Wish support. Because if you look at some of the defensive mons, Iron Treads, Hatterene, and Muck, and Araquanid, they all would appreciate Wish support because they don't have natural recovery themselves. At least not a good one.
Agreed.
And then we get...
Because like Healing Wish Hatterene like helps alleviate the problem, but it's not a solver of the issue.
Well, you talking about solving, let's get into problem solving. Wow, such a good way to get into it.
The transition goes crazy. The transition goes crazy.
That was so smooth, Ben. Please have sex with me, anyways.
Sure. Why
Yo.
not?
Palafin. Yeah, Palafin's one hell of a problem solver, ain't he?
Yeah.
He's like really good problem solver.
Palafin solves the most problems on this team, probably. Arrow is pretty straightforward. Like, it has Home Claws, Dragon Dance, or just like straight up offensive sets. Raikou can do a little bit of stuff, but also not a
Mellow.
lot.
Hat and Mellow.
Yeah, Hat and Mellow are pretty versatile. Palafin is versatile, Iron Treads is versatile, and Decidueye is versatile, at least offensively. Not defensively, because 75 physical defense is not that good.
It's bad.
Yeah, but
But,
this team has some good versatility, especially like Palafin, Iron Turrets, Meloetta, and Hat. And the Freak Meter, Aaron's Load. Why is it Aaron's Load? Because Aaron loves Palafin, Hatterene, and Meloetta.
Yeah.
He's literally
Haven't made
Meloeda's
this one.
boyfriend.
Decidueye is one of my favorite starters too.
Yeah. So
Literally your entire load.
literally his entire load is busted here. Anyway, number 15, Juber.
On the screen.
Number 14, we have Ryan.
This is the team of all time.
Ryan.
This is really one of the teams of all time. It really
I
is.
think me and Ben, I think, spent a holy amount of time talking about the bottom two mons at one point when we were making this slide.
Torracat's Brigatito.
Bro.
This team is a massive question mark. I actually feel
Well, the
so
fire,
bad for Nate.
they do have the fire, water, grass core in this team.
True.
I've got a really
saved.
solid core in
It's saved.
Celesteela, Alt, Sam Hisui. I could Terra the Mamoswine. This is looking great. What am I going to do for this team? I'm going to get the Electric Cage piece of shit. I'm going to get the fucking Schizophrenic Duck. I'm going to get the useless Asterakion, the Piece of Light. And I'm going to finish my draft out with a fucking Spidops, a Torracat, and a Sprigatito Terra. This is the best team I've ever seen in my life.
Well, to be fair, he had to finish out the Firewater Grass core. That's clearly why he drafted the So he wanted to have the core down. So
I mean, he
had
could have had
it
Jump
down.
Bluff. He could have had
And
Jump Bluff at one point.
Sprigatito is also Protean, so it can change type too, as well as Terra.
Yes, this is fantastic
True.
points. Yes, Protean and Terra is very good. We've established that.
So let's get into it
Sorry, man.
for
I'm
the
sorry.
essential roles. Typing's the only.
This
unit-
is not
Were you
18, by the way.
dissing
This is
were you
14.
dissing
There are
Porygon
teams
Z?
worse than this, apparently.
Hey, let's get into it first. There's 2 typings missing. It's technically 4 because Torracat and Sprigatito do not count for the typings really. So that's not that good. You have a big fighting type weakness, and you don't have a ghost type,
do.
and you don't have a poison type. So you don't have 2 Pokemon that could resist poison for fighting for you. Speed tiers we have 200. Then it's 108, 90, 90, 85, 80, 80, 79, 61, and 35.
They also are very weak to Fairy.
Yeah, very.
Because if we
weak.
take away Torracat, like
It's only
they have
Steela.
1 resist.
Hazards, they have three actually solid Rock Sliders in Necrozma, Terrakion, and Mamoswine. And they have Spikes, Toxic Spikes, and Webs from Spidops. Removal is
Isn't too
only...
bad.
Removal is very ass. It's Regieleki Altaria.
Yeah, the removal is horrendous on this team. But I like Regieleki enough, but is it as your soul removal? Because really, Defog Mega Tower is not good. It is very bad. Also, Troubleshoot, here's how I improve this team immediately. You drop Sprigatito and just put Swallow or a 1-point poison type in there.
The immediate,
Let's get
the
better.
immediate fixes. You drop Torracat and Sprigatito and Terra the Mamoswine.
That too. That is honestly better. Fuck having like a grounded poison. Just do that actually.
Anyway, essential roles are pretty ass because although Sprigatito and Torracat are there to fill out one of the cores, they will not help because they will never come to game unless he's tripping balls. I mean,
I
he
would
is
say
Pinkman.
Torracat might come to the game. Torracat might come to a game because it's not terrible, but Sprigatito is never coming.
Bro, stop glazing low tiers.
Anyways,
But it gets
Breaking
parking
Power.
shot. It gets pivoting.
Let's get into
It's good
breaking
in
power.
Little Cup.
Yo,
4
Porygon
points and
Z
below.
is such a great Porygon Z is I fucking love this thing, bro. It's
Yeah,
a great
so-
Terra Captain. One of the best Terra Captains I think
It-
you could
it's
get.
really-
An amazing breaker.
So we-
Mamoswine's a great breaker. I wish it was Terra. It'd be even
Yeah.
better.
Mamoswine's probably 10 times the Terra Captain Pori can be.
You just on fucking cock. Anyways,
I'm on crack, you said? Explain.
you're on cock, bro.
Oh.
Porygon Z had setup. First of all,
Boys, I don't want to
Uh,
alarm you.
oh my
I-
God.
boys,
Oh my
boys,
God. Agility! Oh my God!
Boys, I don't
Nasty
want to
Plot,
alarm
suck
you.
my
We're 45
cock
minutes
under the
in, and
same
we're
speed.
45 minutes in. We're at team number 14.
Okay, so we're doing better than Weeper. Anyway, Mamoswine does get Trailblaze. I will say this: Porygon Z is better than Mamo, but Mamo is very good too.
I disagree.
Mammo's
Mamo's probably a better
amazing, but
pure Terra Captain. Porygon Z needs some setup. Mamoswine does not
It's
necessarily.
potent, but like
Adaptability, it's
Mammo's also
adaptability.
extremely potent.
But
That nuts.
But we don't
And
need
they
to
act like
discuss
Legends
about this.
cannot
Let's get
lose.
into the breaking power. Physically, we have Terrakion, we have Samurott Hisu, we have Mega Altaria, we have Mamoswine, we have Necrozma, and we have Celesteela. Regieleki is technically a breaker for both sides, if there is no ground type. Then especially we have
Suppose.
Porygon Z, we have Mega Alt, we have Necrozma, we have Celesteela again. Technically, Samurott can run special as well because it has 100 in special, but it's not common.
Regieleki as well with Transistor.
I have mentioned Regieleki for both sides.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Sorry, dude. Anyway, on to support.
Wow, it has like Ceaseless Edge spike support. It's pretty. Gosh, it's like
They do take.
Who's breathing in their
We actually
microphone
forgot
like
about that.
that?
We do have a second. Yeah, that's
Sorry,
pretty
sorry,
face fuck.
sorry. I almost sneezed. That's my fault.
Sorry. To be fair, on the hazards, we did forget to mention they do have Ceaseless Edge. We keep
Yeah.
forgetting that. They do technically have spikes on like Samurai Hisui. So we
Yeah.
did forget that bit.
So support,
Samurott,
they
please
have
set my hazards.
for support they have 4 viable knockoff mons, 3 viable taunt mons. They have Trick Room on 2 mons, Heal Bell on 1 mon. They do not have Wish support, which Celesteela would appreciate.
And Mega, actually, even like Mamo would appreciate it.
Yeah. Momentum support they have Regieleki, Spidops, and Teleport Porygon because I don't count Torracat or Sprigatito.
And okay, I was going to say something. They do also have good screen support. They have Mamo Swine, but being serious, they have Necrozma and Regieleki.
Yeah, like Regieleki screens is a very good set. Hazard support is good. Momentum support is bad. The rest support is decent, although you would want a Wish Passer on the team probably. Just to keep
Agreed.
Steela alive, because Steela seems to be... Like, this team gets carried by Steela in defensive ways a lot.
Well, to be fair though, with like Leash Seed and Leftovers, like I'm not gonna say it has reliable recovery, but I don't think it's like that
I have
That'd be
stored
hard to
Aaron
bad
out
of
with
it
it.
not having Wish support.
I did manage to store Aaron out with it once, so it is possible to make it work.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty common set with like sub Leash Seed. It's just
Yeah.
obviously like Wish is nice, but it's not like the end all be all for that mon. I feel.
Yeah. Then we get into problem solving, where we have Regieleki, which can run physical special, but it needs ground types gone, so it's then it's Altaria is very good for problem solving for this team. Altaria will fill so many roles. Same with Celesteela, will fill a lot of roles. And then Necrozma as well. Like Necrozma, Celesteela, and Altaria will do way too many things they don't want to do. But they can do even more things, technically.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And Freak Meter
The
is
Freak
never
Meter?
edge, always come, because of Ceaseless Edge.
Ceaseless Edge.
Wait, and so did we? So before we like head out, did we ever talk about the possibility of Terra Mamoswine?
We did.
Yes, we did.
A little bit.
We mentioned
Drop
We
Torracat,
agreed
Torracat
for you-
and Sprigatito for Terra Mamoswine.
We mentioned that Porygon Z is better as well. Isn't that right, Emilio?
100% Roy. Anyways,
All these discussions you guys are having.
It shows we're entertained by these teams.
Number 13 is Order.
I order.
This game is so freaky, bro.
Let's get
Yeah,
it.
he's a freak.
That's why he gets a freak zillion out of 10.
This is the Freak Zillion team.
Emilio,
Oh,
why don't you
gorgeous.
introduce
Are you
essential rules for this
thirsty
team?
for Blissey? Is this what this is?
You said what?
Like,
Well-
what is the okay? The tongue, the paw.
The tongue?
That's weird.
Bliss is a
Blissey,
freak.
Is
Blissey,
Blissey
dog.
back there? Are
Freak.
you serious?
Bro.
Bro,
Blissey,
he
dog.
doesn't respect the Blissey
You don't-
build,
And
bro.
they-
And
and
honestly, he
and
doesn't
they
see
have-
the vision.
No,
They have the
I.
cheese string man. The cheese string man is freaky as fuck.
Tree String Man is freaky as
Okay,
hell.
that's not. I feel like we've crossed the line with this. It's
This
less about
crossed the
highlighting
line.
and more about no. The last few have been crossing the line.
I mean, that's
It's
looking the
really
point of
something
the freak meter,
wholesome.
though.
What?
No,
How
it
is-
used to be
When
wholesome.
was the freak meter? When was the freak
Wait,
meter ever?
Where's
How
the
is
Freak
And
Meter
it
wholesome?
highlighted great
Always
things.
edge,
and
never
great-
come. Always, never edge, always come. It's very wholesome. You should come, not edge.
They have a
You guys
steel
know
type
Have
in
less edge.
Bengal that's pretty good. They have a fairy type, boom, dragon type. It has like a sand mode. You got Hippowdon plus Dracozolt. You got a bulky normal.
Arcanine 2 with Terra
Very
is so
good.
good as well. You're
Got
threatened
it.
to kill people in D&D.
Bro, Roy, you're always screaming
Yeah,
over people.
One of the amazing,
Right.
one of the best Terra captains you could probably get is Hark, and
Yeah.
you know Terra Rock Head Smash. Absolutely no switch-ins. It's fucking
Yeah.
beautiful. You add Terra Dracozolt with the Sand mode. It's really fucking, really good. It goes, but I guess that's more offense. But anyways, yeah, they got all their types pretty much fairly filled out. When it comes to the hazards,
They are missing one
they've
important
got
type.
Ogre Pond.
They are missing. They don't have
Are
a
they?
flying
Hold on.
type.
They have Levitate. I don't know.
They have a levitate.
There is
It's
a side
tricky
like
though, right?
10%
Because
in
with
this
Weezing,
draft.
with Weezing Galar, you kind of have to pick like what battle you want to fight, whether you don't have a grounded poison or whether you have a ground immune.
Yeah, that's the problem with not having a flying type. You still have Ogerpon, which can take ground moves, but Ogerpon is not as bulky as you want it to be. Speed tiers wise, if we have 122, 110, 90, 84, 75, 70, 60, 55, and 47. So you're missing a 100 Speedmon.
Precisely.
To be fair, like, he has like really good
Removal-
Scarfers and like Goldango and stuff.
Yeah. And
Removal's kind of ass.
removal is Hitmontop and Weezing.
It's hot ass.
I don't think
I don't-
Weezing's not fake. I think Weezing with Defog is
I
pretty
think
solid.
Hitmontop.
But Hitmontop
I
is,
think Hitmontop is
is,
bad.
is
I
I
think
think
Hitmontop's
Defog Weezing as your only removal's a bit, eh? Well,
Yeah.
only
So to be fair, I think this team's
Defog.
gonna play really fast, anyways.
Yeah.
So
Like, the nature of the team
it's like
is
not
very
the worst
fast
thing in the
anyway.
world.
Hazard setting wise,
Yeah,
we have Hippo
but-
with rocks, Blissey with rocks, Arcanine Hisui with rocks. Spikes we have Gren and Ogerpon. T-Spikes we have Weezing and Gren.
And of course, like, even though it's not like directly hazards, Goldango just being on a team with a lot of hazards is always helpful.
Yeah, this is like one of the better ones, like Goldango wise, with hazards, because this team actually has hazards compared to some of the ones we've seen.
Exactly.
Oh god. Yeah.
Then we get into the breaking power. We
That
have Gren on both sides. Goldengo especially, Arcanine Hisui physically. Oh, I love Arcanine Hisui offensively. Terra Rock Head Smash.
You love killing people's
Freak.
characters in D&D if they try and take it.
Anyways,
We have
Ogerpon as well.
Ogerpon, we have Hitmontop, which with Terra
With
is
the
a
drag
good breaker, but like that it's not. And
It's not
Dracozolt.
Terra, so
Yeah, it kind of needs Terra to be a weird. Well, Volbeat actually is good
it's
enough
not
as well.
Terra. But it's not Terra, so let's not bring
Yeah.
it up. Dracozolt and Sand. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Uh,
I
Oh yeah, no,
always-
it is Terra. Briggsville is Terra.
Support we have Blissey being a very good support mon. Goldengo supports in the sense that people will not be able to remove the hazards order puts up. We have only one knockoff Pokemon, which is
Hazards.
fucking bad. But we have 4 Taunt Pokemon, which
Shout
is
out
pretty good.
Hitmontop. Shout out Hitmontop.
Hitmontop's not the knockoff, man. It's Ogerpon.
Yeah, it's Ogerpon.
Wait, Hitmontop gets knockoff though.
No,
Yeah,
it
right.
doesn't.
It gets it
Does?
since
It's
this
not-
gen, I think.
What does it?
Let me check.
I'm positive it gets knockoff.
No, it doesn't. Not
the
according
fuck?
to this.
Yeah, those
No,
Pokemon
it's
To
suck.
be
Sorry.
fair,
Right.
like my memory serves me right. I've never seen a Hitmontop click before.
But to be
Yeah,
fair, I never
yeah.
fight Hitmontop. Hitmon sucks. Anyways,
Yeah, the other
I
two
thought Twitch
Hitmons get it,
top.
just not top.
that's
Yeah, he doesn't use his hands.
Yeah.
Why would he click knock? He's gonna knock off with his feet. That'd be. Maybe that
Yeah.
justifies
That'd be
his free
fine.
breaker.
That's
Hold
fine.
up. Wait a
Makes sense
minute.
to
Hold
me.
up.
makes sense to me.
That makes
He does
sense.
have
I agree
Intimidate,
with you,
though.
Diego.
He does have
He is
Intimidate
Intimidate.
support, yeah.
Imagine,
But
imagine you're not into feet and then that guy comes up to you.
Momentum support is very bad. You only have Teleport, Blissey, U-Turn, Gren, and Ogre. Hazard support is good. But like only having one knockoff mon and Blissey being like Blissey's a good support mon, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's gonna fill too many roles with how offensive this team is.
Just to double check, you can't run Teleport Wish, can you? Anymore?
No, you cannot.
I'll double
It's
check now.
illegal.
You cannot.
Cringe.
Teleport plus Wish is illegal.
Probably for the best.
Cringe. But yeah. When you go to this problem solving though, you have like Goldango and Gren, which are like really good. Like they're very versatile.
Yeah.
And then was like some of the sand mode options, like Arcanine. I guess with Terra, it can like be defensively. You can do the whole. It gets teleport, right? Because regular Arcanine gets teleport.
No, it
Does
does
it?
not.
does.
Hisui does
No?
not.
Oh, that's. Alright, you can still run defensively with like fucking. If
Yeah.
you want to run rocks on it, you can with like
Yeah,
defensive Terra.
like with
It's a little
a
more
defensive
niche, though.
Terra
You
type,
just
it's
hit
viable.
things with it. Just hit with it. Just hit with it. You'll be fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like
But-
Grand and Goldengo, very versatile. Urpon's also very versatile.
Yeah, especially since this Ogre is not forced into an item, it's pretty versatile actually because it can run defensive sets pretty viably.
It can set up spikes.
Yeah.
It's like the pretty cool thing about it.
Yeah, Dracozolt is gonna do Dracozolt things. Hitmontop is not that versatile. Same with Weezing. Blissey has some different sets, but it's mostly support sets. Hippo's very
Weezing's pretty
one-dimensional.
versatile. It has 3 good.
Yeah,
Weezing has three.
Weezing has 3
Mm.
abilities. That is true.
Yeah.
Weezing's-
So
I don't
it's-
think. I don't know if you run Misty Terrain on it though often. Like personally,
can.
I don't think it's
Oh,
bad.
no,
you can, but I
no.
don't know. Not often.
Not
I
on,
think
not on this
it's worth
team.
mentioning.
Not on this team, but like
Terrain mostly.
yeah, maybe if that's what you're into. Yeah.
But Emilia, 3 zillion out of 10.
Well, like we kind of started with it, but like Greninja, Blissey just carry.
I agree. That's fair.
It's a Greninja,
And
it's just-
also, I'd also say Hitmontop's a bit of a freak. I mean, if you have a foot fetish,
and Goldengo just looks like a freak.
Like, I will say this, Weezing with the like pipes on its head, bro. Like, if there's a goal, like if there's a will, there's a way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my lord!
Oh, we're anyway.
Yeah, this is-
Aaron's into
This
it.
is what I
Aaron's
meant, by the
into
way.
Number 13 order.
I didn't
That-
say that. I didn't say that. God damn it.
At number 12 we have Ray Shield.
AKA just Ray. He's
Yeah,
the GOAT.
just
Oh my
Ray.
god, I love this guy. So you gotta stop ruining my reputation with women. That's funny. Versus I played draft and never laddered ever again. Why is he so
He's the
mean?
honorary org member.
I was gonna say that's so Emilio core. Except for that one random week you played ladder like a madman.
And then I
That
stopped.
sounds like he was sleep deprived.
Anyways, essential types. I mean, ground
He's
types
only,
there.
he's only missing a ghost type, which is fine. He resists fighting pretty well, but he only has one normal resist, which is Klefki.
Yeah.
It's not
Normal
bad.
spam into him like Porygon C could be quite good here.
Oh, PZ. Oh man, go.
He has 2 pretty good Terra
Honestly,
captains.
like,
Azelf Terra is very good. Ursaring is a very good low tier Terra. Speed tiers is 125, 115, 101, 891, 87, 78, 75, 55, and 50. Only real gap is between 150 and 101, and
Wait,
between 75
Wait,
and
wait,
55.
guys, can we pause a second? I've just realised something. Give me 2 seconds. I need to double check another team a minute. 2 teams have Arachnoids.
What?
Is that correct? Have I put something wrong in my doc? I put something wrong in my doc, that's why. Okay. I was about to have a
Okay.
heart attack. I thought 2 more. No, that's fine. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Something was wrong on my doc. I apologise.
Anyway,
Anyways, Ben, continue.
for hazard setting, we only have 2 rockers and 1 spiker. We have rocks on Great Tusk Azelf and spikes on the Klefki. We do not have toxic spikes at all, which kind of sucks. Removal is pretty good though. We have Klefki and Thunderous Defog and Rapid Spin on Tusk and Blastoise.
I think the removal's very good. Like, the hazards, I think, honestly, I think they're kind of fine. They're just missing toxic spikes. Like, I think having a backup one to Great Tusk is good, and Spike's Klefki is probably one of its best sets.
Yeah.
Only thing I will say though is, what was I going to say? Oh, fuck, I actually lost my train of thought then. A-Self is very much a suicide lead if it's laying rocks, and if it's one of your main Terra captains, I don't know if you want that as a suicide lead.
Exactly.
I mean, if it's a Terra captain, it doesn't have to be a suicide lead,
No, that's what I mean. Then it means Great Tusk is rocks, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
maybe like one more rocker.
Yeah, the thing I would want from this team is I would like a ghost type on this team, 1, and 2nd maybe a 3rd rock setter and that can also set T spikes.
Does Vileplume not learn T-Spikes?
It does
It's crazy.
No, it doesn't.
This one sucks.
Be a few
No, it
points
doesn't.
up
I love
if it did.
Vileplume.
No, Fireplume's great. I like Fireplume,
I
but it
love
doesn't.
Vileplume. It's an amazing budget one.
Yeah. And then we get into
Nice.
breaking power, which is very
Breaking
good, very fucking great on this team. Physically, we have Weavile, Azelf, Gouging Fire, Great Tusk, and Ursaring. Especially, we have Azelf, Thunderous Tea, Mega Blastoise,
Can
and
we just say,
Vileplume.
Can we just say Klefki and Vileplume are the only things that don't hit hard?
Vileplume has one
Even
No,
special
I'd
attack.
argue.
No,
I don't know if our
no
team hits
investment. With no
hard.
investment, it won't break.
It won't break, but
It's breaking power.
But like, since you already have Gouging Fire and you have a Klefki, Manual Sunny Day is an option. You can go Grove and
It's not
Chlorophyll
the
on
worst.
it.
That's actually not terrible.
That I don't hate. That I don't hate on this team considering Tusk and Gouging Fire. It's
Yeah.
not a bad show.
I mean, hang on. Does Vileplume get Weather Ball? I need to double check this. I feel like it does.
It does get weather.
Okay.
Breaking
So
Power-
special coverage is quite good on it, to be fair.
Breaking Power is great. Then support, we have obviously we have a lot of knockoffers, a lot of good ones as well, a lot of good taunters. We have Aromatherapy on Vileplume. We do not have a Wish Passer.
Key screen support, baby.
We have Klefki screen support, Azelf screen support. Some good momentum in Azelf, Thunderous, and Blastoise. Plus, there's Baton Pass on Weavile. If you want to run that, most people don't, though.
Yeah,
Why
it's an
even bring it up?
option.
It's not
I don't
happening.
think I don't think it's a good option, but it is an option.
Yeah. Hazards are okay, but you can get into problem solving, Emilia.
Problem solving. Well, Great Tusk. With Great Tusk, you basically get immediate, like at least bare minimum 4 points. I think it's a great problem solver. I love Great Tusk. It's amazing. Gouging Fire, super offensive, but it has some variations. You can run the Breaking Swipe or just hard booster. You can run it bulky. You have the Burning Bulwark shit, so it's pretty good. Weavile's pretty one note. Thunder's pretty fairly one note. You got some options with the Azelf being Terra. It's up there for debate. And considering you just mentioned the whole Sunny Day Vileplume thing, you really can buff up Tusk and Gouging Fire even more, and even you can be weird and run a fucking Chlorophyll Vileplume set, which honestly might work. Used to say, you have options.
Yeah, it's not necessarily great options, but there's some good options.
Yeah.
And 99.
99. I did not add the holes thing. I did not add that. That was one of you.
That was not me. I would never have
Wasn't
that.
me either.
I was fucking Jacob.
Why holes? Blastoise?
It was definitely GB.
Oh, it's gotta be Blastoise Mega.
Yeah, that definitely seems like GB thing. GB's kind of a freak like that. He's short.
I respect that.
He's short. He needs some freak.
Anyways, that was
He probably
right.
fit in the cannon, actually.
He would fit in the cannon.
Like his entire.
He's only
His entire
he's only
Yo.
he is only
Let my
5
boy
foot
breathe, bro.
It's literally Catapult Turtle
Well,
from
he did this to
Yu-Gi-Oh!
himself. I would have just moved on.
Anyway.
Him and Cartel are both 5 foot. Let's be real.
Anyways.
Number 11 is Aaron. Couldn't find memes about him.
Billion.
He's just a
Oh
Zap copy.
no! Oh no!
Oh, Lamo.
This is devious.
Honestly,
1
this is a good
billion.
team. Minus this is kind of like Nate's team, but slightly better because the Terra Captain is a lot better than Sceptile, and I think Sceptile's decent.
Why not Terra the Mandy instead of getting Jinx? Yeah, whatever. We'll move on.
No, you have to have 9 Mons. That's why. But you could just Terra Man and get a 2-pointer.
You'd get
instead.
a 2-pointer, yeah.
Yeah.
That it's fine.
Let's get into it.
Or Roserade.
Typings-wise, he's missing
Roserade's so sick.
Ghost, which he only has 2 fighting resists, which are Mega Scizor and Roserade, which a lot of fighting types get. No, it's not Mega Scizor, it's Clefable and Roserade. A lot of fighting types get elemental punches, which Roserade hates. But Clef takes on fighting types pretty well. And only 1 normal resistance, which is Scizor.
You can probably get away with close combat into Roserade, it's so frail physically.
Yeah.
Nah.
If you have a setup fighting type,
No,
yeah,
you can.
SD up, it's fine.
Speed-tier-wise,
y'all sleep on how much
he's all one thing to mention. Arrow is also very weak to flying. His only resist to flying is Lantern.
Yep, which is a problem.
And Lantern is
Water type
also
is
the
also
only
like-
water type.
Water type.
Not that Lantern is a bad water type, but Lantern likes another water type by its side. It doesn't want to be the sole water type. But speed tiers, we have 125 on Swallow, we have 102 on Garchomp, then 95 Jinx, 90 Roserade, 80 both Mandibuzz and Blaziken, 75 Mega Scizor, 67 Lantern, and 60 Clef. So you're missing a Pokemon between 125 and 102, and a Pokemon slower than Clef.
Mm.
That's
Seems a good though.
Hazard setting is good. You have Chomp and Roserade who said Spike, Chomp and Clef who said Rocks,
with rocks.
and Toxic Spikes and Roserade. Maybe one more Rocker would be good, so you're not forcing Rocks on Chomp or Clef all the time, but it's fine. I have a problem with the removal though, because you technically have 4 Defoggers in Swallow, Mega Scizor, Mandibuzz, and Blaziken, but only 2 of them will reliably run Defog.
If you ever bring Defog on, well, you can maybe bring Defog on Swellow at Terra, but only because you don't have a fourth move you need. Blaziken is never running Defog, nor should it ever run Defog.
Yeah, Blaziken is a mon that
They get to,
has
like-
4 move slot syndrome too much anyway, so trying to fit on Defog will just make that worse.
Yeah, if you run Speed Boost Defog Blaziken, I'm asking you questions and coming to your house to ask questions.
Yeah, but
Sounds like a threat.
A house visit? Crazy.
That's crazy.
the changes I would recommend here for
I am.
center roles are take the Mandibuzz Terra and swap out the Jinx for like a low tier spinner, like a one or 2 point spinner that you can bring 1 or 2 games.
Like Carco.
Yeah, for example. But I think Carcoal's taken in Club, but I'm not sure.
Oh, Rocky Coley or whatever the 1-pointer is.
Roly
Uh,
poly. Anyways, breaking power.
Breaking Power.
Vertically.
Physically, we have Gutswallow, we have Garchomp, we have Blaziken, we have Mega Scizor. Especially, we have Boomburst, Terra, Normal Swallow. We have Jinx, Roserade, Blaziken, and Clef with setup.
Even mixed chomp sets can do a tiny bit of breaking as well.
Yeah.
Shout out Chain Chomp.
But the one big complaint I have here is that your strongest special attacker is Roserade. You would probably want one more. That is stronger than Roserade.
If it was Terra, it wouldn't be a problem, bro. I
Yeah,
love
if it was Terra, it
Roserade.
wouldn't be a problem, but it is not, sadly. But Boomburst Swallow will do enough to most things so Roserade can clean them up.
Pretty chill.
Support of this team is
Support,
pretty
you have
great.
Clef.
You have Clef, which is one of the best
Clef
support
is
mons in the
great
game.
support.
You have a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
You have U-turn on Swallow, Scizor, Mandibuzz, Blaziken, Volt Switch on Lantern. You have Teleport on Jinx and Clef. And yeah, like the only mons that do not have an ability to switch out somehow are Garchomp and Roserade. So momentum support is very good.
Yeah.
And one of Roy's favorite centers is leave Stormy Jackpack Roserade is a thing.
You know, I was fighting every
Exactly,
urge. I was
exactly.
fighting every urge to say it, but I didn't want to get him going. Anyways,
Exactly. Roserade's
Roserade is very
goated.
good.
And we love Roserade.
Yeah, and
Roserade.
we have
But,
screens. We have four reliable knockoffers. We have 2 good taunt. Well, 1 good taunt. Jinx is not really a good taunter. Hazard support is also good. Removal is not that good. But support is. This is probably one of the better support teams. Like the team supports the playstyle very well.
pretty much.
Yeah, and then we get to problem
When you go to
solving,
problem
where
solving.
we have Swallow with Guts or Scrappy, which Scrappy will come more often probably with Boomburst. Chomp is very versatile. Jinx is Jinx. I don't know what Jinx really does, so I can't really comment on it. But I don't think it's very versatile.
It does get screens. It gets screens, which I
Right.
guess you can run, but honestly, without Terra, it's probably doing nothing.
Lovely kiss. Anyways, Clef is also very versatile.
Clef
I
is very
I love seeing
versatile.
Clef.
Blaziken is very
Love CM.
versatile. It has 2 attack stats over 100, so it can use them both very reliably. Scizor is versatile defensively, but offensively, like it's probably Sword Stance most of the time if it's offensive. And then Lantern does Lantern things. Mandibuzz does Mandibuzz things. Roserade is a little versatile again.
Pretty good team. I mean,
Splendid
it's
streak
like
meter.
this team from last year. It's a little worse. 1 billion. There was a jinx.
I respect that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's why it was
respect it as
created
well.
in the first place. No.
Pretty much.
I mean, what else does it?
Yeah. Lovely kiss, bro. Gives you a kiss goodnight.
Screens. It
Well, I
gets
meant, like,
screens, and it all.
as a Pokemon.
Oh,
like, in the game. But yeah,
it
it's
gets
okay.
screens. It gets screens, and that's
Very
and
else does it
right in.
do?
Actually, it's an
got a
iron
very
bundle
pretty wrist.
counter. It's an iron
Jinx has a
bundle counter. That's
very
probably why it's drafted.
It's dry skin.
It counts as
this
iron
has dry
bundle.
skin.
U-turn moment.
Yeah,
Anyways,
U-turn from
Jinx
bundle will
U-turn
actually
going.
hurt Jinx because Jinx's physical defense stat is 35.
I didn't say it was okay. I didn't say it was a good counter. I said it was a counter.
Anyway,
just switching. I say
number
that.
11, Aero. Number 10, we have our Sleepy Boy, Embiid the Savior, and the Sleepy Time Bears.
the
Round 1
legendary
Iron
round
Hands
one
is a
Iron Hand.
choice.
Oh god, it definitely is.
Man knew what he wanted.
And you then carry on.
Million, no, you carry on.
Okay.
Fuck you then.
I see how this is. I knew.
All right, what's like the only type he's missing? Do I see a normal type? I do not see a normal type. He has a grounded poison.
Iron Hand's
Not many
got that.
people have that. This man. Iron Hands.
Iron Hand's got that. He doesn't need normal.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
He literally has
For the most
Braviary there.
part. He's got a nice.
Yeah,
It's a
bravery's a mod.
braviary.
I will say one. I will say one thing I would prefer on this team if bravery was not the terror and Garlic was the terror.
Oh, I fucking love Golurk. He's so
Yeah,
cool.
Terragolor would probably be better.
Same.
He does not have a Dark type, but he has 3 Pokemon that
That
resist
is well.
Psychic pretty well.
What about Ghost?
Reuniclus. Terra Reuniclus. I love
Ghost has a
Terra
problem
Reuniclus
because
so
his only
much.
Ghost, he only has Braviary, which is Ghost immune.
Yeah, Ghost
Essentially,
is
he
more
doesn't have a
efficient.
normal type. Can we just say that?
Yeah, so Ghost
No,
spam
not
is
really.
Ghost spam is viable unless Embiid does bring Braviary. Speed tiers 117, 110, 100, 85, 80, 65, 55, 50, 40, 30. So you're missing a Pokemon between 180 and 85, and you're missing a Pokemon between 80 and 65. Which is okay, but you would like a Pokemon between 100 and 85, probably, because there's some very strong 90 speed Pokemon. And then
Hazards on the
hazards are very bad.
interesting.
Because your
Yeah.
hazard setters are Mega
His
Diancie
Mega
and Golurk for rocks.
Golurk.
For spikes, it's only Mega Diancie. For toxic spikes, it's Salazzle.
If it
And
was
rem-
regular Diancie, it wouldn't be a problem. It's Mega Diancie.
Yeah.
So it's a little.
And we have a big problem on removal because it's Braviary and Scizor. Braviary will not come every week, so you're forcing Scizor to defog. You don't have a spinner, and you do have Magic Bounce Diancie, but you need to Mega first. And if you don't have Mega up, you will not Magic Bounce them back.
You will not. So it's a bit
Cool.
interesting.
Yeah, I will say this. Sorry, I was on mute then for a second. Bravery is also not even a good defogger anyway, and if you do bring it as defog, it's much better offensively.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially as a Terra Captain.
Now we get into breaking power, though, which is the best part about this team. We have Mega Diancie. Physically, we have Mega Diancie, Rillaboom, Braviary, Scizor, Golurk, and Iron Hands. Like, holy shit, there's so much physical offense here.
I know, bro.
Especially, we have Salazzle,
And we
Mega Diancie, Manaphy, and Reuniclus. And Terra Reuniclus
Reuniclus!
is so good.
and Sligoo.
Yeah, it is amazingly and powerful.
Yeah.
This team
I know
also does
Sligoo
love
is
fisting
amazing
as
powerful.
well.
Sligoo, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pivoting, we can get into
I beat a Drakefish with that one.
where we are at support, because this team has U-turn on Scizor, Rillaboom, Manaphy, and Braviary. Volt Switch, Iron Hands. Does not have Teleport, and it has Flip Turn Manaphy. And Baton Pass on Mega
Trick Room
Diancie,
support on this is
technically.
gonna go crazy. The Trick Room team goes crazy, bro.
Yeah, Trick Room is
Reuniclus,
on
Iron Hands.
Diancie and Reuniclus. And Trick Room is very viable in this team because you have 5 Pokemon slower than 60.
Reuniclus.
4 Pokemon slower than 60.
Exactly. Golurk.
Iron Hands, Golurk, and
Reuniclus.
Reuniclus.
Fucking Terra goes Poltergeist, bro.
Yeah.
In Trick Room, shit would go stupid.
Yeah, that's a change I would recommend. Like, switch Braviary Terra to Golurk Terra. Golurk is a lot better as a Terramon.
Or just drop Braviary, but
Well, then he doesn't have a flying or a normal type. I get why the Braviary is there, but it's not the best choice.
Well, it's just Braviary doesn't fill that slot in good regardless. So at that point, why even have it? In my opinion, just get something else.
Yeah.
I think you could do better, like working without it than trying to force it.
Yeah. Some
A
complaints
guy
about...
like me personally just drafts Mega Pidgeot.
You shut your face.
My fault.
I'm muting to say Magic Pidgeot sucks. Fuck you.
Dude. Can you guys stop interrupting me? I wanted to say something, man. 3 people interrupted me.
Say something, Ben.
We'll make it 4.
Okay. A gripe I
Sorry,
have,
Ben.
this team does not have Wish support, which a lot of mons actually appreciate. Diancie Mega appreciates Wish, Iron Hands appreciates Wish, Manaphy appreciates
Wait,
Wish,
what?
and Sliggoo.
Wait, I gotta argue these. What the? Diancie Mega likes Wish.
Yes, because it's...
Iron
I
Hand
think
does.
every Mon likes Wish. To be fair,
If it
Iron Hands
get
can
in
deal
on
with
it,
Drain
yeah.
Punch.
If
Right,
you
like
can
Reuniclus
get in on
has
it.
Reuniclus has
like
a
Reuniclus has
Reuniclus
Regenerator.
has
Rillaboom has
Regenerator.
Grassy Terrain. Like I do not think healing is a problem in this team at
It's
all.
not that
I
big
don't
of a
think you'll be
problem,
healing at all in this
but
team.
considering he doesn't have
You also
that
have
And
many...
we're
Grassy.
taking over. It's okay, Ben. You can take a backseat for the rest of this one. We're
Yeah,
taking over.
he is
Okay.
grassy, so there's no real issue.
Jesus
'Cause
Christ.
he's getting natural recovery on the Diancie. The hands is getting natural recovery. If it runs leftovers and it's deep punch, it's just going to be at full the entire game. It enables setup through grassy terrain, so I like that.
I'll say, all I'll say is I actually see what Ben means, but I don't know about Mega Diancie needing it. Grass train's probably enough for it, but I see what Ben means.
What? What does the freak meter say?
Hand
I
jobs.
didn't make this one.
I just
I didn't make this one.
noticed.
I didn't
Wait, have
make
we
this
even
one.
got guys? Have we even got to problem solving yet?
No.
What the big red thing?
Can we get to problem solving and then we discuss?
Yo,
the
wait.
meter?
Iron hand jobs.
There's a
Yo,
scissor
they're
and
gonna
an
take us
iron
crazy.
hand. Like, what are we doing?
Reuniclus as well, by
And
the
a
way.
Rilla. Excuse me? You're so
Have you
fast.
seen?
This is disgusting.
Yo, look at
Guys,
Rillaboom though.
Wait,
Look at Rillaboom though.
we gotta ask the coach a question here because I think there's. And then he's got Golurk. There's a real.
There's a lot of
debate
hands
here.
on this team.
I was going to add bitches love a cannon, but there wasn't enough room. Ben, problem solving because we skipped problem solving.
Oh, I'm allowed to talk?
Correct.
I was trying to let you talk. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get into control.
Diancie solves problems, Manaphy solves problems. Scissor will have to solve problems by being defensive sets with AV or Iron defense. And Reuniclus will solve problems by having 2 abilities and running a lot of different sets.
Right, enough Ben talk. Let's hand jobs. Look at everything. It will wank you off.
Diancie doesn't have it's all the way up there.
Dude,
I mean, is it really gonna ever get the
It's
opportunity?
Iron Hands, it's Reuniclus, it's Rillaboom, it's Scizor, and it's Golurk.
Yeah, but he said everything.
That's a lot of hands.
I'm trying to.
You only need
think,
2. You
but-
got 10.
I didn't say literally everything. I said everything. It's like basically everything. You know.
Anyway, that was our number 10.
What about
Salazzle
Manaphy's-
Corrosion.
Wait, what about
Salazzle Corrosion?
Manaphy's little thing in the back? Can she move it?
Can you?
Or anal beads,
What?
dude.
Yo,
Isn't Manaphy-
what are you
isn't
even
Manaphy-
asking right now?
Isn't Manaphy a canonically a child, Aaron? That's a bit creepy.
No, Manaphy
Wait,
is
what?
not.
Is it?
Fiona is, not Manaphy.
Oh, Fiona. Okay, scared the fuck out of me for a second there.
Close call. We almost
I
had to call the
leave
cops on that
call.
one.
Holy shit! At least I'm not paid. I didn't put one in my tier list.
I didn't
Yeah.
put one in my
Anyway, let's get to number 9.
Please
Thank
go.
you, Spike.
Oh my god, this is my favorite.
Thank you, Spike.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Spike.
Spike.
Thank you, Spike. Thank you.
Thank you, Spike.
I love this team, by the way. This team is cool.
Yeah, I rate this team. I love the Terrors as well.
Emilio, start us off. He's your goat after all.
Actually, shall I start? Because I got the doc in front of me.
Actually, yes, please. I don't have the doc in front of me. You asked me about the speed tiers, but I'm just gonna go off memory. So yes, Roy, go.
Okay. The only type they're missing is bug type, and that does not fucking matter. They are a bit weak to ghost. Sorry, not ghost. Sorry, fairy, because they don't have a ghost type either. But honestly, they have a explode, which basically resists ghosts anyway. They also are not fighting weak at all. Most of their top tier ones resist fighting, even if it is Sneasel and Whimsicott. They do have Terra Mesprit as well. Fairy's a bit of a weakness because they only got Rotom Heat as a resist. Terra Steel, though, Bishop is probably going to come a few games, and that will resist it quite easily with Eviolite. The
Speed tiers, we have 120, 116, 95, 91, 86, 80, 70, 68, 65, and 50. You're missing a Pokemon between 116 and 95. Like, a Pokemon at 105 would probably be perfect for this team. A gripe I have as well, it's Terra Mesprit. I would like Terra Diancie more than Terra Mesprit, but Terra Mesprit is fine.
That's fair.
Hazard setting is great.
Very good,
we have 4 Rock Setters. We have 1 Spiker, 1 T-Spiker, the Sneasler, which will not run it often, but it can. Removal's ass. We don't have a Spinner, and we have 3 Defoggers, which all can reliably run Defog in Lando, T-Rotom, and Whimsicott. But Spinner would be appreciated to not get rid of your own hazards.
Yeah, that's one of the flaw of this team.
He sets them fast enough, I feel. Like, the reliability of Diancie, Lando, and even Bisharp at times. Mesprit gets rocks too, right?
I think the main flaw is... I think the problem mostly is the fact that he doesn't have spin. I think if he had spin, it would be better, because he especially loves forcing them to remove their rocks because of Defiant Bishop as well.
Yeah. To be fair, he only has 2 Mons weak to rocks, which one of them will run boots most weeks.
Every week, hopefully.
Well, they're scarf sets, so.
Yeah. Rotom itself with boots, I get it though.
Yeah.
Kieran might struggle sometimes, but we'll see.
To be fair, I use Rotom quite a lot. Terra says you can pause the recording to help him in the Draft Wars game. That's the ban.
Terra can suck it up. We gotta finish this
Okay.
shit.
Aaron says suck it up.
Let's get to Breaking Power. We have physically Sneasler, Kyurem, Lando T, and Bisharp, where Mesprit has some physical sets and Diancie has some, which are not that great, but they are there. Especially we have Kyurem, we have Diancie again, Mesprit, Rotom Heat, and Lando again. So gripe is here, you only have 1 immediate threatening special attacker in Kyurem, and all the other ones want setup or it's like gimmicky to run special.
Yeah, pretty much. Throat spray, X-Blood. Done. Easy.
True. X-Blood is
X-Blood
is pretty good, especially because Boom Burst. And Scrappy. I could probably...
It also gets really good coverage, right?
Yeah, it gets very good
does.
coverage as well. It would probably be a better Terra than Mesprit, being real.
No, I still like
Honestly,
No. Nah,
I like
I
that.
disagree. I think Mesprit's actually really good with Terra.
It is, but...
I've never used Mesprit in my life, so I don't
Honestly-
know. But I feel like Black would be good Terra.
Honestly, any of their bottom 5 are good with Terra. They all have good uses.
Yeah.
Speed tier wise, I mean, I'm looking at speed tier wise.
Yeah. And then we have support. You have 5 knockoff Pokemon, 5 Taunt Pokemon, 3 Trick Room Setters for your Diancie. You have Heal Bell, you have Trick on 2 Mons, you have a lot of momentum in Whimsicott, Sneasler, Mesprit, Lando, Rotom, Aloe, and Diancie. You have very good hazard setting. Only Wish. No, you even have Wish with Aloe, so you have everything you want for support.
I will also point out they have 2 really good screen setters in Rotom Heat and Mesprit as well.
Yeah. So you have almost everything you want for support. The only thing is like a spinner that's missing. The rest, this could be a 9.5 for support, being real.
It's really good.
A lot of great options.
Yeah. And then we have
a problem.
Problem solving, yeah. Where it's Kyurem, Lando, Mesprit, and Diancie that have a lot of different sets. Aloe has some variations of sets. Exploit is going to be special offensive. It's not defensive good enough or physically good enough.
Choice band Aloe, am I right, Roy?
Bishop can be defensive
Yeah,
or
Choice Band Aloe.
offensive.
Choice Band Aloe is legit.
Rotom has some variations in
It's a
sets.
breaker.
Whimsicott is pretty much only prankster, there for prankster, unless you're playing Pate and it's a sweeper.
Yep.
And Sneasler has like 3 sets.
So there's some variety.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Freak
that was
meter.
Sage. Everyone say thank you, Spike, before anything else. Say thank you, Spike.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Spike.
Spike.
Thank you, Spike. Thank you, Spike.
Freak meter.
Although I will say this is like one of the few teams I've ever seen that has
Go ahead, Soda.
kind of wild.
Cut
Or sorry,
out.
I don't know if I can pick that up.
No.
This is like one of the few teams I've ever seen that has Sneasler but no terrain setter.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mentioned it to him. He was like, "Yeah, I don't really think it's that good." I was like, "Okay."
Fuck it.
Ah, fair.
I respect it, to be honest, because you can just go like wider
Doesn't think
CC if
it's
you want to
best
burden.
I mean, yeah, and also you don't even need to do Unburden with Caesar. You can do other shit with it.
Yeah.
Poison Touch is really good.
750 on the
nice to
freak
have
meter.
to force prep. That's really what I do.
I'm pretty sure the 750 on the Freak meter is just Explode.
Yeah.
Oh,
filling
I
all
did
the
not.
holes.
Yeah.
Which I mean-
That was
I did
that was
not
I'm not
put
gonna-
cheating.
That was Ben, I'm pretty sure. I remember this.
No,
I think I mentioned
No.
that, yeah.
No, this
I
was
mean,
Ben,
I
yeah.
could see Sneasler getting a little touchy feely. I'm not gonna lie.
He's gonna paralyze,
you.
sleep you, and burn you. And poison you.
Oh
That's
god,
pretty
he's
bad.
gonna be
Nah,
Diddy me!
nah, bro.
No!
That's wait, what?
Yeah, he's gonna feed Diddy me.
please don't put
Yo.
that.
Jesus. Anyway, that was number 9. Thank you, Spike.
Thank you, Spike.
Oh, number 8.
Terra says he's literally sucking up right now.
This guy.
What the fuck are these screenshots?
You did that
Um,
to yourself, bro. You did
Yeah,
not
you
need to
did,
draft
these
MLK.
are all your quotes.
No, I know they are.
Dude, he sniped
They're
Emilio
like,
off
I
MLK.
didn't-
He
Bro, he's
drafted
so good.
MLK.
Bro, he's so good. He's the
MLK,
best one.
MLK is a good draft pick. I would draft MLK.
It really is, bro. It's actually so strong.
had
Soda,
to-
why don't you introduce your team to us?
Who say he or something? like
Bro, my fault.
that. Speaking like MLK
Anyways.
Pokemon.
Anyways, yeah. So my team, where do I even start? I got the cores: Iron Valiant, Bax, and Scar make up the fire or the Fairy Dragon Steel. I got Ogerpon, Hearthflame, King, Firewater Grass. Hazards are kind of awkward. It's mainly kind of just Scarm. Sandy Sharks can run it, but it kind of wants to Terra and be offensive. So it's this weird issue.
Ogerpon gets spikes as well.
You have
It
two,
does.
you have
It's
two
just
T-Spikers
it's
as
a
well.
little. Right. It's just a little strange because like they want to be offensive, but they also have hazards. So it's just gonna depend on the matchup for the week. I do have a pretty solid normal type in Snorlax, and I technically have a ghost type in Rotom, although that's a very situational
What about
one.
your removal? What's your removal like?
Removal. We're looking
Shout
at
out
Scarm,
Carmen, baby.
and we're
Shout
looking
out-
at Rotom, baby. That's all we need. That's all
Okay,
we need.
can I ask you a legit question? Will you bring back
What's up,
Excalibur more than will you bring back Excalibur more than Juby brought it?
Well, so here's the thing. Fun story. So that 6-0 I have in the record, that's against Juby, and I brought back Excalibur. So we're already off to a good start.
It was Bax coming back to haunt him.
It
not
yeah, it
breaking.
was back to haunt him, and if I bring it next week, then I'm already like tied. So I just gotta bring it 2 more games, and we're in a good spot for the back Excalibur usage stats for sure.
Being serious for a moment, the only things I will say, like regarding essential roles, is your pivoting's a bit and also the lack of your hazard removal is a bit bad. If I'm being honest,
Yeah, I
would
don't
like another
disagree.
hazard set with- I'd also like another hazard set with Sandy Shocks because Terra Sandy Shocks. I don't know. Actually, to be fair, Romney Terra it can be defensive too. So I don't hate it.
I ran defensive Terra week 1, and it worked out really well.
Speed tiers.
This is true. This is true.
Speed tiers.
And all
You have 116 Valiant, 110, 101, 95, 91, 87, 70, 40, 30, 30. So you have a gap between 30 and 40, which is kind of bad, but it's doable.
It doesn't matter. I don't think so. Not as much. Like he has
Yeah.
shit. He has for Trick Room. He'll be fine.
He has a sort of trick room like mode.
Yeah.
Not
Sort
really,
of.
but
Yeah.
like,
and
he'll be
then
fine.
so talking about breaking power a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I disagree with this rating, but I mean, I can't rate my own team. Ogerpon Hearthflame hits really hard, especially with Mold Breaker and all the Rotoms that do run around in the format, like always. Sandy Shocks is one of the best Terras, in my opinion. Having
Yeah.
the trifecta of ice, ground, and electric coverage on one mon is pretty insane. Iron Valiant is like one of just the best draft mons in existence, and it breaks like a motherfucker. Bax is like an insane physical breaker as well. Although Slowking and Skarm can be a little bit passive at times, and Drapion, while he has its moments,
He clicks knockoff.
He clicks knockoff. He can click Swords Dance on occasion and maybe Pursuit Trap things. I personally really like Drapion, but I know people don't weight it that highly, so we'll see how that goes.
I like him,
and-
but I don't know it.
I mean, Drapion used to be really good, and then Makalola came along and just took its place.
Kinda, yeah. Although I personally hate Makalola with my soul, so that's why I
Oh, I
drafted.
love that mon so much.
I hate Makalola with all my.
I'll chime in. I think it's lacking a bit of immediate penalty, especially once you get past Sandy and Iron Valiant. Because the next thing is Slowking that needs to basically nasty plot. It's often not running investment. On Sandy, I actually personally, as someone who loves Terra Sandy, it's like my third most killed mon of whole Gen 9. I actually really prefer grass and water on it because they kind of double better than ice does. But Omni Terror Eternity Shocks is a fucking menace.
I did run Terra Water week 1. It
Yeah,
is actually
water-
really good.
Water works defensive and as coverage, especially against like the top few mons it can't hit, like Gliscor, like Lando T. I think water works just as well as ice, and you're not then weaker defensively. But that's a hot take.
I don't think it's necessarily a hot take. I mean, water is just a good Terra type in general. And people are probably going to sleep on Snorlax until it goes crazy. It already went crazy week 1. Terra Snorlax, in my opinion, is actually really good, but we'll see how that goes.
I learned in Porygon the hard way to not sleep on Terra Snorlax because it absolutely ate my ass, and not in a good way.
Don't sleep on the mon that sleeps, bro.
Bro,
Anyways.
literally, bro.
Support.
What about support?
Well,
Support.
he has web support. It's like the first thing I notice, and then he's got Slowking, Chili. He's got Chili plus Bax.
Wait,
Like that's just
The
that's
first
pretty
thing you
cool.
notice is the 1 point mon.
Yes.
Not even his
yes.
good support, but the 1 point mon.
It's webs. God
Hazard
damn it.
support, hazard support is pretty good. Removal support could be
Yeah.
a lot better. Same with momentum support.
I agree.
You have Chili, you have teleport from the same mod, then you have 2 volt switches and 1 U-turner.
He's got like Slowking screens.
Yeah, you have
Wishpasser.
Slowking is hard carrying support here. You have 3 knockoffers who reliably can run it, and 4 taunters who can reliably run it, so that's pretty good. Yeah, but the big
like
thing is
Rotom
like
just as a
this,
support mon.
the Chili support.
Agreed.
With Excalibur Ice Body.
Not only that, like if you are gonna run Terra Ice and these shocks, which is a very very common Terra type on it, you get a defense boost there as well. And just in general, like some mons, like even the Mold Breaker and Ogerpon supports you pretty well, like because some mons you might have a problem breaking, and then Ogerpon just goes like, oh no, Ivy Cudgel.
Well,
Problem solving, you have Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant is the most offensively goated problem solver. It's my favorite one offensively. I fucking
You
love this
have
mod.
no
It's so
problem.
good. I will
have
glaze
no-
it all day long.
You have no problems, bro.
Yeah,
I
with
just don't
Iron
have
Valiant.
any problem.
This is what someone didn't bring Iron Valiant to their week 1 matchup. I was so fucking confused. As someone who helped prep with Jeff Fucker, I was there like, why did your opponent not bring Iron Valiant? It's literally the best problem solver in the world. Why is he not bringing it?
I don't see how you can ever not bring Iron Valiant to a matchup. Well, actually, let me not say
I-
that, because I ran a team with Iron Valiant once, and there was one singular week where I didn't bring it.
Oh, there was 1 week I didn't bring it, but that's because I was already in playoffs. So I wanted to just say what I was going to do Iron Valiant for playoffs.
Yeah.
On the rest of the team, Bats does what it does. Slowking can be sort of, so I guess. Sandy's actually kind of versatile, especially with Omniterra. Garm does what it does. Drapion can be defensive and offensive if you use it right. Ogerpon is Heartflame is mostly just going to be bonk, 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 bonk. Rotom is nah. Snorlax
Hold on.
actually probably will do different things. And
Well,
Area Dose, Area Dose has sniper, so like that's gonna be a sweeper, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Iron defense,
the
fucking
focus
weak
energy
armor,
sniper rarity.
fucking Skarmory, bro. Come on.
No.
Oh yeah, you're cooking.
Freak me, Amelia.
30. I've seen Freakier. I don't know. It just doesn't speak to me, man. It doesn't
What
speak to me.
about what about Sodamaru as a person?
Oh, as a person, he gets like a omni freak.
Does he get a handling boost or no?
Yes, of course.
Oh, so
Does he get
Oh,
does
could
he
have been
get a
higher
hand
than 30, I
job?
guess. Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no.
Anyways, yeah. That's
Anyway,
so
number 8, Soda. Oh, number 7.
Oh god.
The other
this team
org.
Speaking
sucks.
of break,
Oh, this team sucks.
oh, so for context, Emilio did change this team for
Before
week 2.
week 1. Before week 1. I made changes before week 1.
Well, no, you didn't. She still actually used this week 1, but
Well, I still had to use it for my week 1 team, but I'm saying I made changes before, I put the changes in before, playing. I didn't even try to, but like, yeah.
Identify the problem before it occurs.
Exactly.
which is smart. He's learning.
So,
I'm proud.
typing wise, he's only missing Ghost, which is fine. He has a lot of fighting resists and 2 normal resists, which is pretty good. Speed tier wise, you are 126, 111, 101, 98, 85, 75, 50, 42, 40, and 30. So the biggest gap is between 75 and 50, which 160 a Pokemon at 60 speed could fix. Then hazard setting wise, you're stacked pretty good. You have 4 Rock Setters, 2 Spikers, and 2 T-Spikers. Removal wise, you have 3 Defoggers, which 2 can reliably run Defog and 1 Spinner. We have a big problem here though, which is Emilio has not a single Pokemon above 100 special defense. Like, the highest special defense is 95.
Which is Heracross and Mega Wow. Also, I would like to point out, he drafted 3 bug types.
Yeah. Which
It didn't work though. One of them's fake.
Yeah, only has.
I know. It's just funny. You drafted 3 bug types. That's why it's funny.
Yeah, Emilio only has 1 rock resist, which is Mega Mawile. Kind of bad, being real. And let's get into one of the other issues. You drafted Mousehold over Chinchino.
Yeah, which is a weird choice.
I like Mouse.
Yeah, but you had Chinchino for the same price.
Nothing's more important.
I
than
love
family.
you.
That's my.
Okay, Donny Toretto. What's his fucking name? Dominic Toretto. I don't. Yeah, that's it. Vin Diesel. There we go. Kevin Nash.
Oh god. Anyways, would anyone like to go forward with my team?
I can ask you questions?
Okay.
Oh, thank you for asking me. Excuse me, what was the reason you sniped me of Mega Mawile?
Oh, because I like it.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your time.
I
sir.
got your fucking permission beforehand, motherfucker.
No, you didn't. It was a fake permission. It was one of those things. I was being a woman, okay? You gotta chill out.
It was those things where you gave me permission, but you wanted me to not do it. You wanted me to feel bad for you.
Do we need to Photoshop Aaron with tits?
We're 4 minutes in, and we just finished Essential Roll. Let's get into Breaking Power, which is a 10 here. Physically, you have.
It's the only thing this team has. It's the only thing this team has.
You have Lando. You have even some niche Dragon sets. You have Heracross. You have Mega Mawile physically. Even like some Sword Stands, Talonflame sets, or Tidy Up Mousehold sets are there. Especially, you have Lando, Hydreigon, Toxtricity with Terra, and some Nasty Plus Slowbro sets. This team breaks everything that will stand in its way, especially with the 2 Terramons plus Mega Mawile and Landorus. They are all very scary.
Yeah, this is a very much an un-Emilio team in that the breaking power is fucking immense.
It's fun. I thought you just said the breaking power is fucking. Like, yeah, the
breaking power is fucking. Yeah, it fucks.
Yeah, you only have 2 mons that are passive in Swadloon and Fortress. And Fortress can even run body press. Then we get into support. We have Slowbro support, which is very good. You have 6 taunt Pokemon, 3 knockoffers. Momentum support is very good. You have 4 U-turners, 2 Volt Switchers, 1 Teleport Mon, and 2 more Baton Pass Mons, although Swadloon is kind of a non-mon. It's just there for webs. Hazard support is also pretty great, but the only mon, like, you have Talonflame with recover and Slowbro, the rest do not get reliable recovery. So, which would be appreciated. Screens you also only have from Slowbro. Aromatherapy comes from Swadloon. You don't have Heal Bell. Yeah.
I have Trick Room support.
You do have Trick Room support,
Nice.
but best you only really Slowbro and Mega Mall will abuse it.
Oh, the Mega Mall is the only one that needs to abuse it. It's fine.
That's
trust.
true.
Yeah.
And then we get into problem solving, where Lando will solve a lot of problems because Lando, even if you run like the Sheer Force special set, its physical attack set is still 125. There's defensive and offensive Hydreigon sets, even Dragon Dance Hydreigon, which is not that common, but it is there. Toxtricity has Shift Gear or just normal Boom Burst sets with not Amplifier, Punk Rock. Mega Mobile does the same things. Swadloon, Fortress, Slowbro's pretty versatile. Mousehold is Mousehold, and Talonflame is also pretty versatile.
Yeah. Can we just say one final thing on this team? Because I will discuss Emilio's changes. I just put them in my doc just to see, because he's basically dropped Toxtricity for Terra Espeon. He has dropped Swadloon and Mousehold for Chansey. I've just noticed something very interesting in your team. Emilio, do you have what? You have a fucking huge speed gap between 85 and 50.
With the new team.
For dropping.
We're not talking about the new team here. We're talking about this team.
I was just being
Nah,
like,
we're good. Nah, we're fine.
Freak meter, 69 out of 74.
I didn't put I asked what my freak meter was. They just said numbers, and I said okay. I didn't
Yeah.
I
want to freak
mean,
my-
Mawile Mega can get a little freaky. Heracross has like a horn.
Emilio can get freaky.
I remember this specifically when we were talking about the freak. We said that Mousehold canonically fucks because it has a.
Oh yeah,
This is true.
that's true. That is very true.
That's right. Yeah, that's correct.
So that's all I gotta say.
It's the only one that canonically fucks.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sorry guys. Has intercourse. Don't wanna mess with the ads for the video.
They visit the stalk.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
that was our number
Pushing.
17.
They visit the what's it called? The new mon. Bombardier.
What if instead of Nikki, his name was Freaky and he freaked all over the place?
What the fuck? You Photoshop that? Because I don't know if that's actually a real quote
That's a real.
or not.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that's a real quote.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even funnier. I love it. I fuck with this team a lot.
I do
Minus
too.
the hazard, but minus the hazard removal, but otherwise I fuck with this team.
Yeah. For the essential rules, the only thing he's missing out of the 2 main cores is he doesn't have a type, which, to be honest, I think is probably the most excusable offense you could have out of that.
I'd argue the worst one is no flying type, but they also kind of cover it with their ground defensiveness. Because they have
Yeah,
two grass
because I mean they
types.
have Vikavolt. They have
Yeah.
Vikavolt with
Yeah.
the Levitate.
They are very weak to flying. They only have 2 flying resists in Lycan Rock and Empoleon, which Empoleon is a great one, but Lycan Dusk will not resist them that well. They are very, very weak. Their only resist is Empoleon as well, so Empoleon has double duty on that part to resist flying and fairy. And they have
What I
4
will give them credit though is 2 of their flying weaknesses can Terra out of that weakness with
That
our
is
belief
true,
in
yeah.
Hariyama.
speed tiers, we have 123, 110, 190, 85, 71, 60, 50, 44, 43, and 39. So no big speed caps. Congrats.
Let's go. Their hazard removal is kind of bad. It's just Folbeat, which is an unmon, unlike a Limousin, which is a real mon, and Empoleon.
Yeah.
But their hazard setting is very good.
Yeah. The hazard setting is good, but it kind of sucks since you don't have a spinner and you're forcing Empoleon to run Defog almost every week unless you want to have too many hazards on your side of the field. But they have
I'd counter with. The only counter is I think their plan is also to make them defog because you've got Ben there, and Ben loves it when you defog him, don't you, Ben?
Yeah. And also, like, you have 2 months at Punish Defog, you have one of the best spin blockers in the game in Annihilate, and one more gripe about this team is that the Soul Ground type is Anaconda, which it's not a bad Pokemon per se, but there is a lot better ground types.
At least 12.
Yeah. Breaking Power. Physically, we have Meow, Lycan Dusk, me, and Hariyama, and even like some Coil Anaconda sets, if you want to count that. Especially, we have some Meowscarada sets. We have Mega Guard, we have Empoleon, we have Vikavolt, we have Arboliva, we have Dragalge. There's a lot specially. It's very good breaking wise. So you have enough Pokemon to break through like any wall. Like you have so many offensive threats. Like the only mon that's really passive on this team is Volbeat.
Yeah.
But even then, Volbeat can still like spam Thunderwave and stuff like that. So
I mean,
like you can't just set up on it freely either.
Volbeat can Tail Glow, I guess, but no.
Well, I think Sandaconda can be a little passive at times. It has like stab EQ, but if it's if you have like a resistance to it, or if like a levitate mon of some sort, I do think Sandaconda is kind of set up fodder a little bit.
I would say you mentioned Volbeat having Thunderwave, but I'd argue going into support that Sandaconda has a better version of that move in Glare that can even do it to ground types.
Yes.
So Glare support can be fantastic.
Yeah.
Over to you, Ben.
Other support moves we have 4 knockoff mons. Well, Gardevoir will not run knockoff, most likely. We have 5 taunt mons. We have a lot of momentum. We have Dragalge flip turn, teleport Gardevoir, U-turn on Meow, Volbeat, and Annihilate, Volt Switch on the Vikavolt. Hazard support is great. Removal support is ass. And you technically do have a Wish Passer in Mega Gardevoir, but it's not the best Wish Passer. You have Heal Bell on Mega Guard. I don't know if Arboliva gets aromatherapy.
I will. No, it definitely no. Aromatherapy got removed in Gen 9 effectively. So
and
only.
It's
like I was making sure we didn't.
Yeah, support is pretty good, and one thing to mention, like there is technically Grassy Terrain from Seed Sower, but you don't really need it because you don't have a lot of ground weak mons. Like it's only 3. It's Dragalge, Empoleon, and Lycan Dusk.
I would argue though it really does. Grassy Terrain is quite fun with Annihilate because especially the Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Rage Fist set, having Grassy Terrain slowly healing you up with leftovers as well each turn is kind of goated.
Yeah. And
Ben loves touching ground.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have problem solving, which is a little worse. It's a little worse, but it's not bad because we have Annihilate with a shit ton of different sets. Lycan Dusk has so many like viable moves it can run. It can even like run the elite set with Rocks, Sash, and the one move I'm forgetting the name of. Gardevoir has some support sets. Anaconda is semi-versatile. Empoleon is very versatile.
He just moved on. He couldn't find it, so he moved on.
Yeah. Dragalge is a little versatile. Vikavolt is pretty versatile. If it was Terra, it would be even better, but Hariyama and Arboliva are very good Terras as well. Especially like Hariyama with Terra can be fill defensive roles, same with Arboliva. So this team is pretty versatile as well. Spikes up your ass. Why is that the freak meter?
You came up with that one, Ben. That was you. So you can go ahead and explain to us why.
Oh yeah, because this team is very spikes weak because they only have one mon that does not get affected by spikes.
Mm.
What,
Yes.
Vikavolt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other mon gets hit by spikes.
Yeah.
Guys, my draft opponent's joining me. I don't know what to do.
No, me either. But we are going to the next person.
Call him a bitch. I don't know.
Aaron,
Who is it?
explain your
Bro,
team.
my
Aaron.
favorite.
Fire types fuck me, Typhlosion style.
My only complaint about the game so far is I've acquired a female character with an enormous ass and I can't walk around as him. Honestly, that's the most realistic shit ever.
That's my go right there. And then
That's
we have this
my
funny
draft go
bronze
right
upset.
there.
We have this funny
What was I
bronze upset.
talking about? Wait. Oh, I was talking about Zen Zone.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, that was my concern.
Anyway,
Alright guys, so getting into the essential roles here.
Aaron is only missing one typing that's important, which is Ghost, which he has 2 normal resist and 2 very good fighting resist and 1 decent fighting resist, so it's not that bad that he's missing a ghost type. Speed tiers, we have 130, 111, 110, 97, 91, 85, 67, 52, 36, 35, and 30. So you're missing one between 85 and 65, and one between 110 and 97. Which is decent, like one mon at 100, or 102, or 105, somewhere in that range would be good. Hazard setting is pretty good. You have 2 good rockers, 2 good spikers, and 2 good T-spikers. Removal is, you have the best defogger in the game, Corviknight, but you have Murkrow and Illumise as backups, which they're both prankster defog, but it's like, could be better defoggers. And you have Turtonator as your spinner, which, I don't know, Turtonator is weird.
Well, Loki, one thing I would suggest, I personally would suggest for this team is there much point to Murkrow? You may as well combine Murkrow and Turtonator for a 5-point spinner. Keep Illumise. Illumise I know you fuck with, so keep that, but I don't really see the point in Murkrow.
You'll understand Murkrow in a few games.
Okay,
Yes.
valid.
got confused.
Okay, I see the vision. I don't, but I see the vision.
Dude, I just said that. What do you see? Hello? I was just joking. Like,
He just said he
That was
didn't see the vision.
scheduled.
He was joking.
Yeah, he was joking? Okay. Jesus.
Anyways, let's get into breaking power. We have Terra Jolteon, Slowking, Galar, and Ursaluna Bloodmoon. Physically, we have Ogerpon, Cornerstone, and Urshifu Rapid Strike. So it could be a lot better, but you have 2 great physical and 2 great special attackers. So it's fine. It's not like great, but it's fine.
And unlike one of the teams on the previous videos, Jolteon is terror, so therefore it is an offensive threat.
Yeah.
That was Whooper. Was it?
Thank you. I forgot. Yeah, Whooper has Jolteon unterrored. We were like, no, that's not an offensive threat.
Sounds like me.
What, not an offensive threat? I agree.
Support is pretty good. We have the support from Slowking, which will help with Trick Room. For the Ursaluna, it gets Chilly Reception as well to get out. Like, there's so much momentum on this team. Urshifu, Ogerpon, Murkrow, Illumise, Corviknight, Slowking, then Jolteon, and Screamtail can all get out. So what mons of you cannot get out is Quagsire and Turtonator. And Ursaluna.
And to be fair, let's be honest, you also just want Turtonator in there to shell smash and sweep, so it's fine.
Nope, that's his worst set, actually.
It's actually
Oh.
Turtonator's worst set, yeah.
I have
I'm
no
gonna
idea
Draco
what
and eject back
Turtonator
out.
does. I have no idea what the hell this thing does.
Wait. Drake, see, there you go. A Jetpack Draco is a legit set, guys. Also, being serious, they have 2 Trick Room mons, which I do like. The Screamtail can run Trick Room as well.
Yeah.
And probably doesn't mind Baton passing out as well.
Yes,
Turret's really
Passing.
good.
Screamtail support
really
is
good for me.
generally pretty good. Like Screen also gets Wish if you want to wish to some of your Pokemon. Jolteon's technically
Which a lot of us do.
you have a Heal Bell on
Sorry.
Jolteon. I think Illumise gets Aromatherapy. I'm not quite sure on that one though.
I'll double check
does.
now. Does it
It does.
actually?
It's my cleric, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, fair play. One thing I will say as well, Blood Moon really does love the healing. Even though it can heal itself, I never found matches where I'd run Moonlight, whereas Wish really helps it.
Yeah.
I think.
Having 2 prankster mons just that just are gonna be annoying brats if you bring them is pretty good. Like support is probably the best stat of yours. And then we get into problem solving where Screamtail will solve a lot of problems. Then it's Ursaluna and Slowking. I would say. Like, Quagsire is Hazard's defensive. Turtonator is not that versatile. Corviknight has some variations in its sets. Like, it can be the setup set, it can be just defensive, and there's even like the power trip sets, which are pretty good. Illumise and Murkrow are going to be Prankstermon. Urshifu is going to be do Urshifu things with Ogerpon Cornerstone. It's a great lead Pokemon, or just like general offensive mon. And Jolteon is Terra Ice, be annoying, and hit as much as you can.
I think this is a pretty good team.
Yeah. And
Aaron's head game is unmatched.
Freak Meter's head game.
If you know, you know.
What Pokemon is that referring to? Don't make that noise ever again in my life. I heard it.
Who
I
the
don't
fuck
know what it
made that
was.
noise?
That was
That was
definitely
Soda.
Emilio. I'm looking at the screen. No, it was Emilio. I heard that. His mic went off.
Try to get that
Never
pawn that off
again.
on me.
I didn't. I don't have my screen open, so I can't see who
Soda,
it is.
he saw the Xbox symbol next to your name, and he's like, it had to be Soda.
Had to be me, of course.
But yeah, Aaron, it's not for your mods. It's for your head game, Aaron. They just know your head game is on point.
I was about to say, who's into the Jolteon? I mean, come on.
I don't think it's
Emilio, he's a furry.
I think head game refers to Ogerpon, Slowking, and Screamtail.
I have questions.
Most likely.
Retail has fabulous hair, I must say. Like on a real note.
Who?
Like the
hair on
style
Screamtail.
my
style.
team has. Like Urshifu Rapid Strike brings that shit every time he wears that shit. Glowking
Oh,
has
he puts
got
that
that
shit on.
fucking headpiece. He's a little corrupt inside, but it's and Ursaluna's got that nice jacket on. It might be dead fur, but
I like to think that
Luna got
Slowking's a
that.
communist.
We're not.
Like,
We're not pieces, so we
like-
don't care.
A super hard like dictator or like a communist.
what's okay? Never.
Anyway, let's get. This was Aaron's
Head
team
game.
I
number
fucking
5.
told you this.
Number
My
4
head game.
is
All I heard was no communist.
P. McGee.
I said Slowking reminds me of like a communist or like a dictator. You know, it's just.
True.
Well, like Stalin.
Oh my god, that's his new name, King Jong Un. Oh.
I'm
King
like
Jong-un
that. What can I say?
Yeah,
I'm like that. What can I
perfect.
say?
King Jong-un is better than Stalin. I'll be honest.
Oh,
Anyway, Ben, do
God.
you want to start us on essential roles?
1 second.
Oh, great. Ben's going on break. Let's talk about it. Pate probably rated this team at number 4 for the 4th Mon on the team. It lines up. Wait, he's a Delibird. This guy's running.
I'll go for essential roles. They have every type.
Yeah, I just filled out the doc because I don't have the docs prepared. They have every typing. They're kind of weak to rock, only having 2 resists in Mudsdale and Melmetal, but they're good resists, so it doesn't matter. They're pretty ice weak, but they have resists for that as well. Melmetal being a good check to the ice types. And then we have the speed tiers. It's 142, 115, 108, 100, 86, 80, 75, 70, 50, 35, and 34. So the only 2 speed tiers you would want to fill out are a 90 speed mon and a 60 speed mon. Hazard setting, you have Glamora, which is probably the easiest hazard setter in the game. And then you have backup rockers in Mudsdale and Infernape, and you have another backup spiker in Delibird if you ever bring it. You also have Webs of Masquerade.
Guys, what's like a good amount of time to wait before pinging somebody again for a draft league game?
10
10
minutes.
seconds.
5 minutes.
No, 10
In 15, in 15 minutes.
Oh,
Then-
ping him again.
And
I
then
don't know. I don't know if that's long enough to deserve a second ping.
It is.
Alright. Did you
Default-
time a match?
Yes.
removal,
Yeah, then ping him.
removal wise, it's good. You have Starmie for spin, you have Zapdos for defog, and you have 2 backup defoggers in Delibird and Masquerade, and a backup spinner in Delibird as well. So
I think you're pushing it with backup defog and backup spin on Delibird in the nicest way.
I mean,
I say
but
backup
if
spin
if
is
Delibird is
Glamora.
coming, it's either setting up spikes or it's removing. It's not doing anything else.
Oh yeah, Masquerade's coming with 1 set. It's coming with sticky webs.
Yeah. And
I
then
don't
we
think
have
it's even
Glamora
coming
with
with-
modal spin as well, which can get rid of some
Yeah.
stuff. So
I think that's
essential,
the more real one.
it's one of the best essential roles we have in all the drafts, I think. Then Breaking Power.
Agreed.
Physically, we have Dragapult, we have Infernape, Mudsdale, and Melmetal. Especially, we have Dragapult, Starmie, Infernape, Zapdos, Glamora, and Masquerain with Quiver Dance.
Can I just say that's probably glazing low tiers even more than I do.
No,
I tried to run I have tried to run Quiver Dance Masquerade when I drafted it. Never. It's never going to work. It's too It's too bad.
Yeah, but I just wanted to mention, like people still have to prep for it if it Quiver Dances up, but it's not that threatening. So
You should. I would be more scared. Glimora is really, especially with Terra. Glimora, I think, will be actually potentially one of the kill leaders.
Yeah.
Glimora is surprisingly. When I drafted it, I actually find I prefer Glimora when I can use it offensively than when I use it defensively as a hazard setter. Like, I'll also say this: Mudsdale can get surprisingly out of hand as well.
Yeah. One thing to mention, maybe one. Like, the reason the breaking power isn't that high because you have some mons that are very passive. You have Audino, you have Wochien, you have Delibird, which are very passive mons. If you bring them, especially like Audino is your fairy and your normal type, so it's pretty fucking passive. I've used it as well. It is very passive.
Yeah. It's good, but it's very passive.
Yeah. Support, hazard support is good. Momentum support is great. We have U-turn on 4 mons. We have Volt Switch on 1 mon. We have Baton Pass on 4 mons, but it's the same. It's the same like with the U-turn mons. We have 1 Flip Turner, 1 Teleporter, which are also the same mon. We have 2 Trick Rumors for Mamel and the Mudsdale. We have only 2 Knockoff and 2 Taunt mons, sadly, so that could be improved. We have a Wish Passer, we have a Cleric. It's very good. Like, the only gripe is maybe one more good knockoff mon would probably help here.
I can agree with that.
And then we get to problem solving, which Dragapult is a great problem solver. Infernape can solve offensive problems. Zapdos can solve problems defensively, and that's about it. Starmie has some variations in its sets, but most of the other mons are very linear.
I would say Glimora can do multiple things, but it can be defense. It can actually be for death as well. It's actually got reasonably good step, especially with Terra. I would give Glimora some credit, but otherwise I do agree.
And now for the freak meter. Emilio, explain. 2,500.
Well, Pookie.
Hey.
Freak meter.
Oh, there's a Glimora. There's a Glimora plus Infernape. Come on.
Okay. Understandable. Yeah, that was.
Oh, Mega Audino? Oh, Wochien. Hell yeah.
Okay, Wochien moment.
What?
Anyways, that was P. Mickey's team, always drafting solid teams. Off to number 3, which we have our boy Zep Strike Him Down.
Stupid 4'11" person. He's clearly on about Juby. And also, yeah, just Juby actually.
I had a crush on Elsa when I was younger.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't have a crush on Elsa?
Why doesn't Soda
Wait, how old is Elsa?
start us off with this one?
I'm taking this one.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
All right, 10-4. So we got our cores. We got Firewater Grass, cool. We have our Steel. We don't have a Dragon type, but we do have a Fairy type in Prim. As far as hazards go, we have Tinglu. It's going to be our main hazard setter. Metagross can slot on rocks every once in a while. Skuntank is the resident T-Spiker of the team, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest in the world, but you don't need much more than that. It'll work for what the team needs. It's just having maybe 1 or 2 more hazard setters would have probably been ideal, but it's not. Again, it's not the worst.
I think 1 more would have probably helped. 1 more Spiker just to free up Tinglu a tiny bit, but I think otherwise, if you're gonna have basically 1, I'd argue Tinglu's better for it than Clodsire.
Yeah.
Clodsire's number 2 for me. Tinglu's number 1.
Essential typings wise, they're missing normal, which is fine because they have two good Tinglu is a good ghost resist and Skuntank is a decent one. Speed tiers wise, we have
Tinglu's the best ghost resist.
I'd argue because Garg is also there.
Yeah, Garg exists. Terra Garg is probably the other better one, which was only drafted in 1 division, by the way, which is Quag. I'm surprised by that, by the way.
Our players are just a better div, bro.
Not looking at their drafts. And I mean Quag.
Yeah, but let's go over the speed tiers. We have 127, 113, 100, 86, 84, 75, 70, 60, and 45. So the only real gap that is worth mentioning is the 100 to 86 gap, which is fine. Removal is ass, though. You have 3 defoggers, which most of the time you're only going to run defog on the Rotom Wash, and you don't have a spinner.
I would say I don't
3
mind.
defoggers?
Yeah, Serp
Skuntank,
gets defog.
Superior, and Rotom.
Oh, I didn't know Skuntank got defog. Why the fuck
Yeah, it gets
is-
defog. No, sometimes had
You're
defog since like
default?
Gen
And
6
to
or
get rid
something.
of everything in the
No,
area.
I know, but like, why does it have defog?
Not a clue. It's like
It also
Kong.
gets
I
flamethrower
don't
for
know
some
why.
reason, so...
Both of them are
Like-
gas based because it's a skunk.
Oh yeah,
Like
gas.
locally,
Yes.
this is why I used to end up drafting Skuntank because I wanted a Granite Poison and I needed another hazard removed, and I was like, Skuntank, perfect. See, it's gotten defog for ages.
Let's get into breaking power though. We have physically we have Bayonet Mega, Metagross, Victini, and Tinglu even is pretty threatening physically with 110. Especially we have Shaman Sky, we have Superior, we have Victini again, we have Rotom Wash, and we have Primarina. So it's very good offensively.
Mm.
And there's no mon that is passive enough that you can ignore it.
Yeah. The
Quick
most
side note,
passive mon. Oh yeah, I don't really like. Most passive mon is arguably Skuntank, I guess. No, Tinglu, but even then, he can just wall
No,
you out if you try to set him safe.
Tinglu is better than Skuntank. Skuntank is the most passive mon.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is 20 minutes late, bro.
Going on to support, and I'm going to bring this up first because onto knockoff support. Well, they've only got 2 knockoffers. Guntank can also run corrosive gas, which is basically knockoff, but not hitting.
Yeah.
But they only have 2 knockoffers in Mega Banette and Serp. And Serp's not really running it that often, but Serp does get Glare. Glare
Yeah.
support on Serp is quite good, and they also have 3 mons that can run Reflect and Light Screen. One of them, Rotom Wash. The other 2 is 4 actually, but you never done it at Metagross.
Yeah. You
Especially with Terra.
You have 5 reliable taunters. You have the support on the momentum side is pretty weak. You only have 3 Pokemon that have momentum in Rotom Wash, Victini, and Prim. And hazard support is pretty decent. It's not great, but it's decent because Tinglu carries that
Actually,
hard.
Ben, I did forget. I know Screaming Sky does get Baton Pass and does run it from time to time.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Baton pass. Baton pass.
No, I've seen it run. I saw it run this week actually on it. So
Yeah, but there's a lot of screen support. We don't have a Wish Pokemon, which Tinglu would appreciate, but it's fine. And one thing to mention about support is the ability is the Prankster Destiny Bond on Mega Banette, which if somebody is unprepared, they will lose him onto it. And
yeah,
if Zeb uses it right, he can just get one of his threats out of the way very early.
like I know Ben is the ultimate glazer for Mega Banette, but now it's got Poltergeist. It's a legitimate mon and it is a threat.
Oh yeah, I got 3 kills with one today.
It carried Ben to playoffs.
No, in playoffs.
2 playoffs. Especially when
Anyway.
he gets regen.
Anyway, problem solving. We have Shaman Sky, which can run Subseed. It can run just this natural special set, but it also has some physical sets it can run, which are not that good, but they are there. Superior gets Coil or the contrary sets. Victini is very versatile in the offensive department. Rotom Wash is versatile in the defensive department. Mega Bennett is pretty versatile, but I'm glazing here.
I'd argue because of the support moves you get, it's kind of force versatile. But you can even run it some weird. I faced Mega Banette once and then lost to it when it ran like this weird ass Cotton Guard fucking set.
Oh yeah, there's Cotton Guard, Calm Mind, which is very annoying.
Yeah, that nearly fucked me over. And I'm there like, what the fuck is this shit? I won, but it was obnoxious.
Yeah, Metagross is pretty versatile, especially with Terra. And Prim with Terra is also very versatile defensively and offensively. Tinglu does Tinglu things. It's not that versatile.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is
Okay.
Zep's team. The Freak Meter is 2 Pixies, 1 Tinglu because 2 Gills, 1 Cup.
That was Ben's
Hilarious.
idea. And Ben watches some weird ass porn. I've never seen 2 Girls 1 Cup, and I never intend to.
Oh, I was forced to watch. I was not technically forced. I was bet to watch it. I got 10 euros to watch the fucking thing. I puked
If
after,
you want
but
me
I
to
got
watch
10 euros.
Oh, I saw it out of
if-
curiosity in
if-
middle school.
Guys, if anyone wants me to watch it, you need to PayPal me at least £15.
Anyway, let's get to number 2, which is our boy Taco or Typhlosion or Baby Dragonzard. Emilio, he's your boyfriend, so why don't you get into it?
I put into Johnning, so fuck it. Let's just do it right. Anyways. Oh, holy shit. He's got single strike. Okay, anyways.
That
Fire
buff
type,
I gave you
fire
is a
type,
bomb.
pretty
LOL.
Grass type. Boom. That's pretty cool. Steel type. We've got a fairy type, and we've got no dragon type, but I think the cores are, when you get to a certain point, sometimes they start to matter less. No, they help, but it doesn't matter. He's got a ghost type. He's got a steel type. That's important.
Yeah, only
no
two
normal
important.
Type? No normal.
Yeah, only 2 important types he's missing is normal type, which is actually pretty. Normal types would actually be pretty good because it's only Ghost versus Urshifu Dark, and Urshifu Dark will not take special moves lightly, especially that some Ghost types get fairy coverage now. Kind of sucks.
Clean.
And he doesn't have a dragon type, which is fine. He can deal with his elemental weaknesses somehow.
Yeah.
Just about.
Dragon types just have really good resistances, so
Yeah.
it's just it's just nice to have.
Speed tiers wise, we have 130, 110, 100, 197, 90, 86, 75, and then 40. So you have a big gap between 75 and 40, which can be abused, but it's not as bad because if people set up Trick Room, you still have the Rhyperior in there, which is Terra as well.
I have someone in the
being
chat
John
which has
so
been
fucking
helping
hard.
him. As someone who's been in chat helping him, his speed tier gap was going to be way worse, where it was going to be all over 70. So basically what he planned out after the changes he made has helped a lot because Rhyperior can punish Trick Room teams.
Yeah.
Especially with Terra.
Hazard setting is pretty bad. Rockers are Jirachi, Rhyperior, Spiker is only Ogerpon, Wellspring, and T-Spiker is Tentacruel. Removal is good though. Spinner is Tentacruel, which is a reliable spinner, and you have 4 defoggers who like running defog, except Florges maybe.
I will glaze the defoggers because I really like having 2 backup defoggers to Moltres, especially with Terra, because it lets it be offensive more often.
Yeah, we know you glaze Terra Moltres a lot.
I do. It beat Ben.
Only because I forgot reason, you motherfucker.
Still beat Ben.
Anyway,
Still count.
breaking power. We have Ogerpon, Jirachi, Urshifu, and Rhyperior, which is all that you need. Especially we have Moltres, Florges, Rotom, Jirachi, and Spectre, which is all that you need.
I'd even argue, physically, you can run physical Moltres with either Terrafire or Terraflying and do loads of damage to Flare Blitz and Brave Bird.
I would say, if you're running anything else physical, Swords Dance Tentacruel is more viable than the Moltres set.
I'd argue no. With Terra Flying Terrafire, 2 times stab on 100 base power is kind of nukey.
Guys, 30 minutes long enough for me to claim.
Depends.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's get into support.
Wait.
For support, we have 2 knockoffers who like running knockoff, 4 taunters, which only 3 like running taunt. We have Heal Bell from and Aromatherapy, both from Florges. We have 2 Wishers. We have Trick. Momentum support is great. You have 4 U-turners, 1 Volt Switcher, and 1 more Baton Passer. And 1 Flip Turn Mon and Tentacruel. Hazard support is a little weak, though. That could be better. But the rest is filled out very, very well.
Yeah.
And then we have
Shadow Rush.
Yeah, and then we have problem solving, which a lot of mons will do the same things, being real. Rhyperior is Rhyperior. Florges has a little bit of variety, same with Rotom Frost. Moltres is very versatile. Shifu. Ogerpon. Wellspring is little versatile. Spectrier. Jirachi is very versatile, though. Yeah, that's about it.
I would say Rhyperior will do 2 things. It will either be defensive, set up hazards, or it will be a surprise sweeper, for Taco in some matches, especially with Rock Polish Terra.
Yeah.
Rock Polish Terra makes it a good mom.
Doesn't even need to be Rock Polish because you have Trick Room with Rachi.
True. Or it counters other Trick Room teams like Emilio's.
Remind me, why P Diddy's fridge?
No,
I don't know.
hear it.
Do you keep baby oil in the fridge? I don't buy baby oil. You keep baby oil in the fridge. That's a bit freaky.
The fuck is what in the
No, I
fridge?
don't. Hello?
What's in the fridge?
Baby
Baby
oil.
Baby oil.
apparently.
Baby oil.
Anyways,
Because then it'll get
Honestly,
too
Taco's existence like surpasses the freak meters. So like anything could have been put in that spot. To be honest,
yeah,
Yeah.
Taco's probably the most
Selfie
freaky
event. We should
person
just
there
put a
is.
selfie
we
event.
should just put infinite.
event.
Honestly,
Just to read a quote, that butt plug I gave you is a bomb. LOL. Real
Let's
quote.
get into the last team. I'm
Thank you, Spike.
gonna have Soda take off because Soda has some comments about this team.
oh, I have some comments. First of all, this team is fraudulent. It shouldn't be number one. Taco's team is better. All right. I don't like this team, but it is number one. So here we go. Essential roles. It has all the typings that you want. Colossal as a fire type is kind of fake, but like who cares?
It's
Iron Bundle is a water type, but it's not defensive, so it's kind of fraudulent. But it's still a good mon, so fuck it, we ball. Curious is a grass type. Latias is a good dragon type. Coco's a really good fairy. Steel Gambit. It is a steel type, so that's cool.
Just to pause on the
it doesn't-
types, they have no ghost, they have no normal type.
Nope.
But
Right.
their only ghost resist is King Gambit. Sorry, carry on.
No
Right,
ghost,
right.
no ghost on this team is fine because they are pretty resistant to fighting in normal. No normal is kind of sucks because they only have one ghost resist. Carry on though, Soda.
Right. So, outside of that, as hazards, hazards are kind of weird. Gliscor is going to be your main hazard setter like 99.999% of the time. Iron Thorns and Colossal can bring hazards, but for the most part, they're probably going to be used. Well, Iron Thorns can be used mainly offensively. Colossal is likely going to be Terra support if it is brought. Outside of that, I don't have many comments on the essential support roles.
I will go
think
back.
for the
I've got some comments. Just I
What's
want to
that?
add something a minute. So Colossal, as someone who's used Colossal Terror a lot, and I will glaze over it. Most of the time when I've used it, I bring it hazards. So I think it doesn't hazards. I've also used Iron Thorns Terror, and I dropped it pretty quickly. It is function with Terror. It is functional as a hazards mon. I think the hazards are pretty great. Their removal is pretty decent. I like the fact they have two spinners, but I will point out a weakness. Ben, could you get to the speed tiers? And
Yeah.
they have quite a few gaps.
It's 136, 130, 110, then 95, then 72 twice, and then 50 twice, and then 30.
Yeah.
So they have gaps
Honestly,
between 110 and 95, between 95 and 72, 72 and 50, which are the important ones to mention.
we might have slightly overrated the essential roles. I do think this is actually legitimately the best team, but we might have also overrated the essential roles here slightly.
Well, the amount
Yeah.
of hazard setting and removal is disgusting. Like you
Their
have,
pivot is amazing.
yeah.
That's what I say.
Hello?
I wanted to get into breaking power next because obviously you have Coco with terrain, which helps Iron Thorns and Iron Bundle be even more threatening. You have Latias, which can be good offensively with setup. Same with Gliscor, which can do Sword Stand setup. You have King Gambit, which is a very good revenge killer or late game sweeper. Then you have two mons, like you have Mug, which is not passive, but it's also not too strong. Colossal's a little passive, but it at least gets body press and can be annoying with with some support moves like Will-O-Wisp. And Serena is offensively actually pretty good because 120 attack stat is not to be messed with. And Koku can do good damage on both sides.
Yeah, I would say the breaking power team is amazing, especially with the E-terrain boost. So I did try out Iron Thorns because I actually have wanted to try it since it came out, but I didn't have electric terrain back in it. Electric terrain back in it, this thing kind of is a monster, especially because it can Terra out of its typing, and it can go Terra Rock, it can go Terra Electric, it can go Terra Bug with Pin Missile Loaded Dice shit. It can go Terra Fairy. I actually like Terra Fairy. Every time I bought it, I did kind of like Terra Fairy just because it's such a good defensive typing. And this thing can just basically turn Terra Fairy. It's got good stats, so it will live a hit, even when it's ass typing, if you Terra Fairy, and then it's DD'd up with an electric terrain boost. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. support is pretty good on this team as well. We only have 2 knockoffers, which is kind of kind of bad. But hazard support and momentum support are very, very good. You have flip turn, you have baton pass, you have U-turns, you have volt switches out of the ass. You have 7 taunt mons. So only 2 mons you have do not get taunt. You have wish support. You have aromatherapy from the Serena as well. You have screens if you want to have them as well. Yeah. Even
I
like
will add one more
It's
thing.
not
as
a
well.
9. It's not a 9. This is overrated.
I will add. No. We'll let you argue that in a minute. I will add one thing to Ben as well. Healing Wish Latias can really help this team, especially if you've like broken early with Iron Thorns, King Gambit, or Iron Bundle, and they're low. Then you use Healing Wish again right back to full. Especially King Gambit. That's fucking scary.
Yeah. Problem solving is the worst part about this team because you don't have a lot of Pokemon that are very versatile because Colossal does its hazards or defensive. Muck is defensive. King Gambit will be offensive most of the time, like Revenge Killer or late game cleaner. Serena's a little versatile. Iron Thorns with Terra is a little versatile. Firescore is a little versatile. Latios is a little versatile. Coco's probably the most versatile mon on this team. And then Bundle will be Bundle.
Yeah. All right, Soda, do you want to list your problems with the team?
All right. Yeah. Here's my problems. Right. So the issue is this team is going against a couple of things. One, its fairy resists are non-existent. Its only fairy resist is Muck, which is not coming, and Colossal, which it probably isn't going to come most weeks. And even if it does come, it's probably going to Terra out of fire, and that was shown in week 1 very clearly because he just got rolled by Terra Sylveon. The attackers of this team have this issue where a lot of them are fighting weak, but in the fighting resists are all weak to, I believe, they're either weak or not resistant to ice. There's a lot of different combinations offensively that the team just cannot handle. And on top of that, like just with the horrible typings of both Terra captains, if they have to come in on a switch in and they get red, they just explode. That's going to be a really hard piloting issue with Iron Thorns and Colossal. Is in base form without Terra, it's going to be really hard for them to get in. This team has decent pivot, so it can happen, but it's going to be really hard to pilot. With support, it has the support options, but I just don't see it working in the way that everyone's saying it does. I just don't see the merit in this team. I'm not going to lie. It's a good team. I don't see why it's number 1 though.
I would argue on the Muck and Colossal thing. I think Muck and Colossal do come to games. Now, I don't know if they're they're not the best players. I would argue Terra Colossal does come more than you think it does. And again, this is me glazing Terra Colossal. I am a huge fan of it because I think with Terra it actually becomes a very good defensive mon.
Sure.
And I have used it several times as a backup like Terramon because it's really good for that. Like I rate it, especially with Omni Terra. With Omni Terra, you can be creative with it. But I do think they both come to
what I'm
games.
saying is the problem with Colossal Terra is it's the only because the problem is his team, the steel type doesn't resist fairy, and so your only fairy resist realistically is going to be Colossal, who wants to Terra out of fire.
And not necessarily. It will Terra out of rock, but not necessarily out of fire. Terra fire Colossal is viable, but I get your points. Like I get your gripes about
I don't
this
think
team.
it's going to be the. I don't think it's going to be the main that bring most weeks, especially
Yeah.
because with Terra fire, that means he's like forced to red boots almost always.
Yeah, but like this is just because we rank the teams on paper. Like
I feel like that's on paper.
Like personally, I like Zard's team more as well because Zard's team is fucking insane.
Sure, Zar's team is absolutely cracked out of its mind.
Yeah, but Martin,
I just think
Martin has a very good team. He can pilot it.
Sure, of course. To clarify, not a bad team. I just think essential roles and support are definitely overrated, but it is currently the number 1 team, so that's just what it is.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed what
I like
Soda
this team.
says, but said just now because my Discord decided to completely crash. But I'm sure he made very good points.
He did make good points. But yeah,
This team just does the thing I like in draft where they just say, yeah, I'm just going to draft a bunch of really good Pokemon. And that's what they did. So, yeah, I like it.
yeah. These
69,000.
were the Clodsire PRs.
69,000. Freak. Very freaky.
Anything else you guys want to mention?
It is a very freaky team.
Serena.
Yeah. please use Iron Thorns better than I did because I tried it once and fucking hated it.
To be fair, Iron Monster's not a Roya Pokemon.
Yeah, I tried using it and I was like, nah, I'm putting Terror on me and Chow. I'm dropping this thing.
So, any last comments from Soda, Emilio, or Aaron?
My
I
opponent.
agree with
is
everything
still
Soda's
gone
ever
in-
said in his life.
Thank you.
My opponent is 40 minutes late to my draft game, and I'm sad.
Just claim.
That's all Emilio's
Excuse
talked about for the last 40 minutes, by the way. That's it.
Just
wanna
I'm claiming the
fucking
win. GG.
Play it. I just want to fucking play it. Anyways.
He's got to go to the mall. He doesn't have time.
Alright, but we
Play.
have been the Clodcast. Thank you for joining us, Soda. Thank you for joining us again, Aaron. And
Wait, Ben, what was the funny thing I said I would say at the end of the Cloud episode? Fuck.
Oh yeah, real funny. That was great,
Oh,
Emilio.
yeah, you wanted to say
Bro,
something.
you're
Give it up
so
for him.
funny,
He
bro.
said that funny stuff.
He wanted to say something funny at the end of Quagsire, but I already shut off the recording yesterday. He wanted to say... I don't remember it, though. Fuck.
Remember it.
Boobies!
Everybody, a
Movies.
round of applause for Emilio. He said something funny. Let's go, everybody. Woohoo! Good on you.
Anyway, we have been the Clodcast.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wish you
I
good
give
luck.
to you racism.
Jesus. I just had to serve me both of them. Anyways, we have been the Clodcast. We wish you good luck during this season. And don't be like me. Bye.
Boobies.
I know, I'd be like,